Welcome to the Forum in Los Angeles. Game 3 of this miniseries. A deciding game as the defending world champion Los Angeles Lakers try to repeat as world champions the first time in 12 years. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Bender. And what a game we should have today. We've had two different games, Bill Russell. The first game was Houston leading all the way, and then Los Angeles Friday night. What's been the difference?
The difference, major difference, Gary, has been the tempo. The first game, Houston came out, and they took control of the game and played the way they wanted to play. The second game, Kareem set the pace. The Lakers came out, and they ran the Houston team. And either one of these teams that can play their game can break the game open early.
Now, one thing the Lakers did Friday night, they made a lineup change.
They changed their lineup to get more speed and stronger rebounding. They put Magic Johnson at forward. And this created some defensive problems for Houston and kept them away from the offensive board. So they were able to control the tempo simply by using a quicker lineup.
And that matchup problem was a problem for Moses Malone. He had to guard Magic Johnson. He talked about that.
I want to guard Magic because, you know, Magic's the type of ball player that come to the boards. And Cooper don't come to the board. He try to use his quickness. And, you know, I'm not the type of guard to be out there 20 feet from the rim, you know. So I got to be underneath, get some rebound. But Magic, you know, he's a strong forward mostly, and he can get some rebound. I would check Magic than Cooper.
Game 2, one of the big differences was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He had a glint in his eye.
Yes, what he did, he made a subtle adjustment so that he was more effective on the boards, which he hadn't been in the first game.
He had 17 rebounds. He talked about the rebounding.
Well, I just didn't try to help, and I didn't try to go intimidate or block any shots. Usually I can, like, go over and just jump at the ball. Even though I don't get the block, I can make them change the shot, and there's a rebound. And a lot of times we would get it. But when I tried that against Houston, Moses would get it, all of them. Moses or Billy. So we had to make an adjustment. So I just stayed closer with Moses.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar mentioned Moses. That's one of the keys, isn't it? Getting it inside.
Right, and what the Lakers have to do is they're double teaming Houston so that Moses can't go to the hoop as strong. So they're trying to keep him from putting the ball on the floor.
And Calvin Murphy talked about having to get the ball inside, how they'd approach the game.
You need an inside-outside game to beat anyone, but against a team like the Lakers, you want to attack underneath early to get Moses started and perhaps get some fouls on their key individuals, Kareem being the main one you want to try to get out of there as soon as possible. Once this happens on the short clocks, then you want to go outside for that jump shot.
Bill mentioned tempo as one of the keys to the game. Norm Nixon addressed himself to that situation.
Well, what I have to do, Bill, I have to put pressure on their guards to try to speed them up and make it more of a running game. And I think you hit everything on the head when you say tempo. If we let Rockets come out and walk the ball up court and play in their tempo, we'll be in trouble. So we have to put the pressure on them in the backcourt and make them speed up. And when they score, we have to take the ball out and run the ball up court to put the offensive pressure on. So the key word to the whole game is tempo.
The NBA on CBS. Today's playoff game is sponsored by Light Beer, everything you always wanted in a beer and less. The compact copier with big copier features, the Canon NP200. And by Holiday Inn, who welcomes you to its people-pleasing hotels.
Let's check now the starting lineups for this third and deciding game of this Western Conference miniseries. Coach Del Harris will stay with the lineup he's gone in the first two games with. Dunleavy, Henderson in the backcourt, Malone, Reed, and Pultz up front. A big physical team, this Houston team. On the other hand, this is a lineup that Coach Paul Westhead countered with Friday night as he is starting Michael Cooper and bringing out of the lineup Jim Jones. Here's the officials. Joe Gashue in the middle, Ed Rush on the left, and the alternate is Hugh Hollins, and there's excitement here. The two big men, Moses Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Bill, is there enough room for both of them out there?
Just barely. Just barely.
And Kareem off to Magic Johnson. The Lakers, Friday night, breaking a three-game losing streak as they were able to run up a 20-point lead, only to have the Rockets come back and have a shot at him with 40 seconds to go. Here's Kareem. And Malone tips it out to Dunleavy. Del Harris said we cannot afford to take the outside shot early like we did Friday night. We got behind early because of that.
Well, what he wants to do is see if he can work it inside, and if that use most of the 24-second clock, and if it doesn't work, then you take the outside shot, but not go to the outside shot as soon as you start the offense.
Billy Paultz, and Paultz is fouled from behind. Michael Cooper reaching over him.
Yeah, you go to that.
Cooper had 17 points Friday night. That was a career high for him in the playoffs, and what a job he did on Calvin Murphy early in the game.
Well, he's one of the guys that plays a good, intelligent defense. Now, everyone knows that Murphy is practically impossible to handle when he's going to his right. And so he really overplayed him and tried to make him go left.
Billy Paultz.
And when Murphy was most effective was when Michael Cooper was not guarding him.
Billy Paultz really got this team started well on Wednesday night, Bill. That was something they really missed on Friday.
Yes, and he didn't play as well in Houston as he did out here in L.A. He had a lot of rebounds and a lot of points the first game.
1-0 Houston. Norm Nixon, who's had a very fine series. 22 points the first night, 21 the second. And the Lakers with a 2-1 lead. Tom Henderson, the playmaker on this Houston team. Nixon on him. Here's Robert Reed, who had an outstanding Wednesday game, shooting from outside. And they'll take about 18 seconds to try to get it in, but Dunleavy penetrates one, and Paultz couldn't handle it. Billy Paultz apparently had an easy shot, and we're going to have a foul. It will be not in the backcourt, but Magic really hit and rolled up, and a little concerned now. He's up limping a little bit.
Well, those are the bruise type. When you fall, it hurts on your knees. But it's only a bruise. It's not a pull or anything, which is really can cause some concern.
But, Bill, when you've missed 45 games with knee injury and surgery, you always hold your breath when you go down. That time he's ready. Jamal Wilkes, who got his shooting touch back on Friday night after a dismal Wednesday night performance. Robert Reed. And they're doing, I think, what Harrison wanted to do. They're not trying to set it up and methodically move against this Laker team. And Bill Russell's talked about tempo, and right now the Lakers have this game running back and forth. A foul inside.
Now, Houston took off on that last fast break and took a jump shot. That's one thing they have to be careful of, is that you have to discipline yourself not to take what appears to be the obvious. You got to say, okay, every time we have to slow it down. We have to slow it down. We're better when the tempo is slow.
Moses Malone committed that. That's a favorite spot for Jamal Wilkes.
Now, they put Moses on Jamal Wilkes. That can create a problem that Moses is going to be so far away from the defensive board because Jamal Wilkes, his shot, the shot he prefers, is about 20 feet out.
Moses, boy, there's a facet of his game that's improved, Bill. He can shoot them for 15 feet.
He likes these baskets here in L.A.
I think he does. 38 points on Wednesday night. Cooper, he got loose. Michael Cooper coming off that outstanding performance Friday. It's 6-3 Los Angeles. Henderson, Nixon picking him up. Tom Henderson scored 10 points thus far in the series. Paultz to Dunleavy. Dunleavy's been shut down pretty well. Now with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Tough shot by Dunleavy. A little floater there. And the Rockets have cut it to 1.
Maybe he's watching Calvin Murphy.
Calvin is, I think he is the architect of all of that. Nixon. Reed. Now that could be a factor, Bill. If Reed really gets on the boards like that, he was not a factor Friday night.
No, in fact, he has not been that effective in either game, but he's one of the guys that led him during the regular season.
And again, Magic Johnson, loose ball foul. Magic who had 18 rebounds, and it's a foul on him. I don't think he believes that.
Just a little push.
Magic had 18, and the Lakers are trying to remember the last time anybody got 18 rebounds. It was a career high for Magic. He changed his game Friday night.
Anybody except a center.
Elgin Baylor, you were bringing up, might have done that at some time, and he's going to be our halftime feature. That will be off in Los Angeles. 11 seconds on the shot clock. The intensity of Magic Johnson. Paultz to Robert Reed at 6'8". He can play a guard or a forward. To Dunleavy. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Look at the board power that time of Los Angeles. 3 men around the ball. Nixon will wait for Kareem to get down to the offensive end. Cooper makes his move. It's shut off. Here comes Dunleavy. Kareem never did get down offensively. That's goaltending. Kareem with the goaltending. And now the Rockets Rockets have the lead, 7-6. I think he's got that glint in his eye again, Bill.
Yes, he's hustling.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a power strength on that game Friday night. He played well Wednesday, but not near up to what he played Friday. Jamal on the screen. Billy Paultz with the rebound. Paultz in that first game had 10 of them.
What Houston seems to be doing is they're taking a chance. The fact that Jamal Wilkes may still not be shooting well because he didn't shoot well the first game, and so they put Moses Malone on him, although Moses is not going to guard him outside. And if he's not shooting well, then that will really help Houston to get off to a good start here.
Billy Paultz now with 3 points on that follow. Kareem. Moses had it. It's off of him. It'll be the Lakers basketball.
Now here they're screening out, and Billy Paultz getting the board there.
Broken up by Dunleavy. They have a brace 24 seconds on the shot clock. Dunleavy trying to stay with Nixon. Nixon, you heard him early in the game, the adjustments he's having to make. Kareem, and now it's 9-8. Houston with the lead. The winner will play San Antonio as we will move into the semifinals of the Western Conference in a best-of-7 series. Earlier today, Philadelphia winning along with Boston by Dunleavy. Now Dunleavy, who had 48 points in a game earlier this year, is off well, 6 points. He has not been a factor scoring-wise prior to this game. That might change. Kareem again.
Yeah, he's penetrating, and he's going to. That's what they have to do is to penetrate. What they try to do first 20 seconds or 18 seconds is try to get the ball inside one way or another, and then they go for the long shot.
Bill, you've talked about getting the ball to Moses. You feel he's most effective when he's moving to get the ball.
Right. You see, when he posts up, it becomes very difficult for guys to cut. And they got to have that middle open to do what Dunleavy did a couple times down, is to penetrate.
Billy Paultz playing like he did Wednesday night. Joe Gaucher says they have walked with the basketball. And we have a timeout called by the Los Angeles Lakers. 6 minutes, 38 seconds to go in this first quarter. Look at this inbounds to Kareem. That's just kind of waltzing him to sleep.
Makes it look very easy.
You know, one of the best things about coming to America was that I got to try American beers, and I tried them all. The one I like best, light beer from Miller. It's got a third less calories than the regular beer. It's less filling, and it really tastes great. That's why I tell my friends from Mexico, when you come to America, drink light beer, but don't drink the water.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
When I shoot a great champion like Ben Crenshaw, history can happen at any time. And that's why I stay ready all the time with my Canon AE-1. The zoom lens puts me right where the action is. So if Ben gets that one miracle shot, I get it too.
Ben, you try the zoom.
Sure. Even with the zoom, the Canon AE-1 is as easy as focus and click.
The incomparable Canon AE-1, so advanced, it's simple.
We want to make you smile.
Mr. Simmons called and said see you at 4:30 about the contract.
Good thing it's right across the street.
We're gonna make you smile.
Holiday Inn hotels are near where you need to be.
Right on time.
And that can be important.
You got it.
Is my smile that big?
Come to Holiday Inn where your smile says you're number one people pleasing.
The Los Angeles Lakers trailing by 3, 13-10. One thing, interestingly, has developed early in this game, Bill Russell. Billy Paultz playing like he played Wednesday night.
Yes, the same pattern is developing, too. And Moses Malone hit his first outside shot, which he did very well Wednesday night. And so they're trying to fight off LA taking control the tempo. Playing their game pretty much, and that's why they got the lead.
Robert Reed gets inside, and that's something they were not doing well in the last game. Robert Reed with his first 2 points, 15-10, 5-point lead for the Rockets, who have won the last 2 games here. One of the regular season of play, and of course, game number 1. Jamal Wilkes. Hello. Didn't bother Jamal at all in that shot. Jamal Wilkes now has 4 points. Kareem with 4.
And that's what the Rockets are going to have to gamble on, the fact that he won't hit that shot. Because if he hits that shot 4 or 5 times, then they'll have to take someone besides Moses to put on him.
Fultz, he wants the shot. Magic Johnson with yet another rebound. He changed his game a little bit Friday night, and it really paid dividends for this Los Angeles team. There's Moses again, off to Tom Henderson. We asked early in this game why Calvin Murphy would not start at a guard, and Del Harris said that what happens is they start taking advantage of him on his defensive play because he's so small. Moses having trouble. And so when they bring him in at an unexpected time, they can't have set plays against him. Dunleavy committing the foul.
Rebounding is mostly position. And here's a good example of it. With Magic having the inside here. Shot missed right there for the rebound.
At the other end, live action, missed shot by the Lakers. The Rockets with the rebound. 5 minutes to go. First quarter. We're all even. 1 game each. Thus far, visiting teams have won the first 2 games. Henderson. That was not working it inside again. Henderson's missed a couple of shots outside. Norm Nixon. That's the kind of tempo the Lakers need.
Get the rebound, 1 pass, and go on the break. And with a guy like Norm Nixon, who doesn't, most people don't realize that he is one of the quickest guys, fastest guys in the league. When he's going down the fast break, it's hard to keep up. You don't have time to play defense.
Fultz put the ball down on the floor, and he paid for it. Nixon again, blocked by Robert Reed. What a block by Reed. Dunleavy. And Billy Potts, Kareem returns the honors. Nixon, Jamal. And the Lakers have taken the lead 16-15, and the crowd erupts here at the Forum. Up and down, 2 rejections. As an end result, the Lakers come away with 2.
Take that. And turn a 4-point play right here. Stop the shot right there.
We're Exxon. We're Bill Welch, whose people are finding new ways to discover and produce oil and gas. We're Tony Wong, testing the effect of Arctic ice on offshore oil operations. We're Tony Brown, making computer maps of promising oil areas. We're Lyle Finn, developing a new concept in offshore oil platforms for deep waters. We're Bob Brovey, using satellite photographs to spot new areas which may yield energy. We're more than 100,000 people working on energy. We're Exxon.
Vitalis says it's true. A man has to keep himself under control.
I've just been transferred from Hawaii to Alaska, but I'm under control.
We lost the Ferguson account, the Jones account, and his wife ran away with his partner.
But I'm under control.
For every type and style of hair, Vitalis has a product specially designed to give you a terrific natural look you can keep under control all day.
4,000 feet, 3,000 feet, 2,000 feet.
But I'm under control.
Who says it's true? Vitalis says it's true.
The cavalry scout. His job was to lead, to know the territory, to bring protection to people and property. That's why today the cavalry scout is the symbol of the independent agents who sell Kemper Insurance. They're people you can count on to provide quality Kemper protection for your home, auto, life, or business. Look us up in the Yellow Pages. Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
Tonight,
He wants to hire you?
will Ann and Nick land a $500,000 account? A full hour, 1 day at a time. Tonight.
Let's look at the block by Robert Reed, Bill Russell.
Well, he had a good angle on it because he was going across behind the shooters. That way you know foul. See, a lot of times guys are hit the ball and hit a foul. That was a good block. And Magic wanted to call goaltending. He wants to referee as well as play guard and forward.
Well, it continued down at the other end. Kareem rejected a shot, and the Lakers scored. Playoff average. Alone 36-point average. Look at the rebound average of 19. Calvin Murphy has now checked in for the Houston Rockets. He had 29 points Friday. Robert Reed, long ways, dead center. 17-16. Robert Reed with 4 points. Reed came on strong in that first game with 13, then came back with 14, but it was outside shooting in the first game that really helped. Wilkes.
Now, what the Lakers are trying to do, as I said earlier, exploit the fact that Moses Malone will not get up on Jamal Wilkes very close, so he can take that outside shot. He's going to give him to concede the outside shot as opposed to let him go around him.
Cooper, who did such a fine job on Murphy defensively, on him again. Murphy trying to shake him. He's got some position to shoot. You know, I think he's missed the first shot every time and then comes back, but Moses Malone counters. Don't you? I think Murphy's missed his first shot in all 3 games, and then all of a sudden he finds the range, and look out. Moses Malone with 4 points. 19-18, Houston. And some reaching in. Ed Rush indicating one of the Rockets reaching in and grabbing hold.
Now this is called power rebounding. 2 big guys, both got pretty good position. Both going up. And Moses Malone just taking it away.
That foul on Dunleavy's his 3rd already, so he's in foul difficulty. He comes out. Alan Level, number 30, has checked in at guard for the Rockets. And he's picked up Norm Nixon. Level very, very quick. He'll be a tough defensive adversary for Nixon. Nixon wastes no time to get one to go for him. 20-19 is seesaw affair. Nixon with 6 points. Tuesday night, we'll continue our playoff coverage, the NBA on CBS. We'll let you know as soon as possible where we will be, and we'll be having Brent Musburger join us at halftime with highlights. Billy Pulse. Pushing inside, and Kareem is called for the foul.
I don't think he's very pleased with the call either. There's a lot of contact between those 2 guys. Gives it.
Well, anyway, it's a foul. It's his first. Alan Level. Rockets hitting the shots early. They got off so slowly on Friday night, but they're getting some confidence. We've had 8 lead changes now. 21-20. Houston with the lead. Jamal Wilkes, Calvin Murphy on him. Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes already has 10 points in this game. It all started to come together for him when he hit that jump shot before the half.
Friday night, and yes, he had been struggling with his shooting because he even missed 2 free throws in a row, which was really unusual for him.
In fact, in that first game, he only hit 6 of 14 in the field. Loose ball foul is spotted against Robert Reed. Reed committing a personal foul. That will be his first.
Now here's the rebound. Reed, there's the contact right there. A little bit of contact, too. This game is under the boards is very, very physical today.
Interesting, because Wilkes hasn't really been a rebounding force, but in on that play, Jim Jones, number 9, is checked into the lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers. Magic Johnson will sit down. Wilkes now at the 11 points. Jamal Wilkes in the regular season of play had the highest scoring average against these Rockets. He averaged over 26 points a game. Then after the 16-point performance Wednesday, he came back with 22 Friday night.
I would think that Jamal Wilkes probably takes greater advantage of his ability in reference to his teammates of anybody in basketball.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he takes the fact that they have to really hustle on Kareem and that and Magic creates certain kinds of problems. Magic creates certain kind of problem, and he goes to the open spot. When you double team either Kareem.
Let's go back and reconstruct this baseball pass from Kareem. Level with the foul. Cooper hits the deck. Cooper has been on the floor a lot with great efforts on his part. I recall that play Friday when he went head first to keep the ball in play and set up an eventual 2-pointer. Here he is. At the line, the foul on Level. That is his first. That's a 15 foul now against this Houston team.
He's on the floor and in the air a lot.
You really like him. I know you've said many times that he's just starting to get some of the recognition he deserves.
Well, here's a guy that has a certain kind of ability, and he works hard every night. There's one thing you always say about a guy like that. In order to be effective, they have to work hard. And you appreciate guys that are willing to work hard.
Robert Reed. That's not the kind of shot that Del Harris wants. Reed comes up with a steal. Moses Malone, he's fouled. Malone having a tough time coming up with that basketball. With the foul on Norm Nixon.
Now, Kareem had the ball, and what you have to do sometimes to stop a fast break team is to sometimes tail that outlet pass. It worked real well that time.
Moses Malone will have 2 shots coming, even though the penalty on the end has been kind of inconsistent at that line. He shot very well from the line on Wednesday, then missed 3 big ones in the game played Friday night. Bill Willoughby now has checked into the lineup for Houston. Billy Pultz has checked out. 25-22. Malone cuts it to 2 points. Jim Jones into Cooper.
Now, what the Rockets are trying to do to counteract the Lakers fast break, because the Lakers will fast break even off a shot that's made, is they're trying to put full court pressure, and that way the guys have to fight to bring the ball down.
Kareem and Level reached in, committed the foul. He thought he got away with it, but did not, and Level's picked up 2. I tell you, Bill, there's nobody really that wants to have pressure bringing that ball up, and it gets pretty tiring, I would think, in a game with this much pressure on it.
Yes, and another thing the Rockets are trying to do is to make the Lakers walk it up and then not let Kareem shoot it. And so they got a couple things, but in trying to do this, they're getting into foul trouble. Some of their key guys are getting in early foul trouble.
Kareem, beautiful artistic free throws. It looked like he's putting on a clinic with those shots. High archered, and Kareem was 6 points. 27-23, the Lakers by 4. The Lakers losing here Wednesday, running on the road in a must situation Friday night. Boy, it's tough to repeat as world champions. Bill Russell can attest to that fact. There's Michael Cooper with a foul. Michael Cooper with his 2nd personal. Murphy at the line.
Now, Murphy, Portland's ahead of Kansas City. That's 2 overtime games they've had so far.
Rick Barry is doing that game in Portland, doing the play-by-play. We wish him very well, and he will be with us wherever we are Tuesday night as we continue our playoff coverage. Rick and Hot Rod Hundley covering that 3rd and final game of that mini-series. Jamal Wilkes is in. Cooper will sit down with the 2 fouls. Murphy, 2 for 2 from the line, and that's to be expected.
And right now, the Lakers do not have anyone that can guard Calvin Murphy effectively. And we'll see if Houston takes advantage of that offensively.
You said something about Murphy, too. He plays better defense than people give him credit for.
Yeah, he's a good defensive player.
Nixon.
Maybe the toughest guy in the league.
That's what I mean. He'll just kind of claw at you, won't he?
Well, you know, if you're that little out there with these big old redwoods, you got to be tough.
He told me he's the only normal-sized guy in the game.
No, he's not. He's the only little guy in the game.
29-25. Last shot now of the first quarter. Robert Reed is going to take it. Reed makes it 29-27. It's a 2-point game here at the Forum after the first 12 minutes of play. The Rockets avoided what happened to them Friday night. That's get behind early in the game as they trail by 2 at this point.
Ed's been working overtime practicing his serve. He needs a deodorant that works overtime.
My boss is working overtime on a big presentation. He needs the deodorant that works overtime.
Only Old Spice Stick Deodorant gives you both 24-hour protection from odor, plus that famous Old Spice scent.
My son's been working overtime practicing his saves.
Good thing my Old Spice Stick works overtime, too.
Old Spice Stick, the deodorant that works overtime.
I can tell a real cowboy from the drugstore kind, clean across Texas. The way he wears his hat will tell you. And the beer that you drink's a surefire giveaway, too. A lot of us drink light beer from Miller. We love the taste, but we surely appreciate that it's got a third less calories than the regular kind. You see, you don't want to be filled up when you're out there punching doggies. Ain't that right, cowboy?
I didn't punch that doggie.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Jim Jones of the Los Angeles Lakers is Olympics coach, and it's really paying off.
Okay, now what happens if I guard you right here? Where are you going to go? Okay, good. Good. Yeah, good drive. You're killing them, baby.
The NBA supports Special Olympics. How about you? Write Special Olympics, Washington, D.C.
Come here, man. That was all right. That was all right.
The
baby.
preceding was furnished as a public service by the National Basketball Association.
The Forum in Los Angeles. We've played 12 minutes. With Bill Russell, I'm Gary Bender, and a 2-point lead for the Los Angeles Lakers.
In the first quarter, no team dominated the other in terms of playing the game that they want to play. A couple of times, Houston slipped into the running game, and they paid for it. And then the Lakers turned around and they walked the ball up a few times, and they paid for it. So that they're pretty much even in terms of control of the game. So the control has not been established yet.
Shooting statistics. Look at the Lakers, 63. You know, Wilkes hit 5 of 8. He had 62% himself. 2-point lead for Los Angeles. As we start the second quarter at halftime, we'll be having an interesting feature on Elgin Baylor. What a performer he was for the Los Angeles Lakers. Jamal Wilkes, who didn't even have a rebound in game 1, already picked up 2 in this game. Jones level with a steal. To Murphy, and Norm Nixon really ran over him. And Murphy shaken, looked like Nixon was taking somebody out on a pass play in football.
Boy, those two guys, they're going so fast that on defense, they're going so fast, just trying to get back and guard them. You're just trying to get back. You never get a chance to establish any kind of position to play defense with him.
Hey, he's not very big. They got to quit picking on him out there.
That's the one thing you don't have to worry about, anyone picking on Calvin Murphy. I got news for you.
He's a tough little nut, isn't he? He is really something, mentally and physically, isn't he?
Yes.
There's some guys that are one or the other, but he seems to be both. And Murphy has tied this game up. 4 of 4 from the line, 29-29. 11 and a half minutes to go until halftime. 9 lead changes were in that first quarter of play. Magic Johnson, read on him. Magic hasn't scored yet in this game, and we have a loose ball foul. Magic did not score in the first 12 minutes.
Loose ball foul. Jim Jones. Here's that hook shot by Magic. I guess he's played a little high school center, huh?
He can play anywhere he wants to, I think. Played guard, forward, center. You remember that 6th game of the championship series last year when he came in and played center. And I might say remarkably well. Willoughby. Moses tries to follow. Robert Reed. Reed again. And Nixon comes away with it. 2-on-2. Nixon slides with Murphy. No basket. But let's see who the foul is on. I believe it's going to be on Calvin Murphy.
Either one of these guys got a problem trying to cover the other guy in a fast break. They're so fast, you never get a chance to establish position. So here's the play here. Murphy is still moving because he never had a chance to. And here comes Norman Nixon. He's wide open. Tremendous control when you consider that here's a guy running at full speed and still change direction.
Those two, Nixon and Murphy, are colliding with each other every moment. Each one has a ball. Murphy picking up his first foul a moment ago.
If they're going to keep colliding, I think that Norman Nixon better try to get an adjustment.
Mark Landsberger is now checked in for the Lakers. There's Murphy. Off to Level. Nixon is back. But Level takes it in, and Nixon intimidated him. Jamal Wilkes, and Level's got it back again. You talk about some heads-up play by both these teams. Fine defensive play, Bill, by Nixon that time. He got back, intimidated the shot. Calvin Murphy out to Reed. Willoughby.
Great pass on that play because that was just enough open to get that pass through. And here's Calvin Murphy passing out to Robert Reed. And that's the opening. There's the pass right there.
And with that basket, Bill, the Rockets have a 2-point lead.
My Head and Shoulders didn't have it, so I switched to Denorex.
My Selsun Blue didn't have it, so I switched to Denorex.
Only Denorex has it, an extra relief medicine to fight dandruff itch. You can feel it tingle. All 3 have one medicine for dandruff itch, but only Denorex adds a second medicine, an exclusive anti-itch medicine many dermatologists recommend.
The tingle tells me it's working. That's why I switched.
Denorex stops dandruff itch with an extra relief medicine, regular or mountain fresh herbal.
Now, more than ever, the world belongs to an American car. Lynx from Lincoln Mercury. Lynx gives you more than exceptional fuel efficiency. Lynx gives you front-wheel drive, Lynx. Now more than ever, the world belongs to Lincoln Mercury.
I have a headache right here, and it's like a tightness.
Will you try extra strength Tylenol? You can't buy a more potent pain reliever without a prescription.
You got to prove it to me.
Look at the difference in the amount of medicine in the leading pain relievers.
Extra strength Tylenol does have more pain reliever. I would want to take extra strength Tylenol.
Where's the headache?
My headache is gone somewhere. I don't know where. Extra strength Tylenol proved it. It worked.
Extra strength Tylenol, aspirin-free, and you can't buy a more potent pain reliever without a prescription.
Next week on CBS Sports Saturday, it's great heavyweight boxing when undefeated Greg Page battles tough Marty Monroe. Be ringside next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports.
The premiere of CBS Sports Saturday. Looking forward to that, as Brent Musburger will be the host, as he'll be covering the big stories throughout this U.S. of A. And we have a big story unfolding here. We have an adjustment being made again in Game 3. We've had them all through this series.
Well, the first game, Houston came out and really took control. Second game, the Lakers came out and took control. Now, both teams have gone to the adjustment, and that's why this game is so close so far, is that they say, okay, now this is the way we're going to play. And the only thing is now is that for the 48 minutes, who will be able to keep control more than the other team? It's not going to be one team dominating the other, at least for a while anyway.
Willoughby with that three-point play gives the Rockets a three-point lead. Kareem, you saw Reed jump in there, and Reed eventually comes away with it, but he lost it. Robert Reed just left his man that time, Bill, and raced over there to help.
Well, when you're going to help out, you have to commit yourself. You can't go halfway. You have to just totally commit yourself or stay with your man. Because if you, like I said earlier in one of the other games, if you go halfway, all you do is take yourself out of the defense.
Kareem and Willoughby, did you see that? Willoughby, who stuffed the shot in the first game. Moses Malone expecting the ball. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point lead now for the Houston Rockets.
Good defense. They're blindsiding Kareem.
Here's Kareem, and this time he is able to get it to drop for him. But Willoughby may be one of the best jumpers in the NBA. 8 points for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He actually stuffed a shot in the game played here on Wednesday night. Level. Up to Moses Malone. And Malone way outside. Calvin Murphy. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Alvin Level. Malone moving back inside. Here's Murphy. Rebound Kareem. Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson. Spar still hasn't scored in the game. Cooper broken up. Steal up to Level. Alvin Level now. Just set it up. This has been what Houston wants to. You can hear Del Harris in the background yelling to do that. 6 turnovers thus far against Los Angeles. Only 1 against Houston. Alvin Murphy. 10 seconds again on the shot clock. Malone almost falls down as he tried to get a position for the ball. Level.
I don't think that was the shot they were looking for.
Look at this score now. 36-31. Still a 5-point lead for Houston. Every time one of those goes through, Del Harris has to be thankful. Kareem, Moses Malone, deck.
I think the referees think that Malone is doing some acting because they're not calling what looks like a foul.
You saw Mike Dunleavy. He's getting ready to check back in for the Houston team. Kareem now with 10 points. 3-point lead for the Houston Rockets. 8 minutes to go until halftime. Alvin Level. His grandmother passed away this week, so he's been playing under some pressure conditions. And he is fouled on the baseline.
And they call him stepping on the out-of-bounds line, the baseline.
And now Dunleavy will check in. Calvin Murphy will leave the ball game.
Now, here's the play when Michael Cooper got the ball knocked right out of his hand.
It was Willoughby that did that.
And here's Willoughby blocking Kareem's shot again. He gets up there.
Magic Johnson pushing off. Magic is called for pushing off on the drive. Magic is struggling here in the early going of this game. As we mentioned, he hasn't scored. He now has committed 2 personal fouls. That's 3 team fouls against the Lakers. Level with Nixon on him. Robert Reed, Jamal Wilkes jumps out on him. To Moses. They got position. They had the ball, and the ball broken up. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Willoughby. 4, 3, 2. Look at this by Willoughby. He's just jumping out of this place. And we have a loose ball foul, and Willoughby, they call him the son of Flubber because he can jump so high. I can't get over the explosion of this guy on the boards.
He has great leaping ability. Now, if he can just harness it and make sure that it turns into something productive rather than just being spectacular to look at.
Wilkes committed the foul. That was only the first team foul. Check that, the fourth team foul. Here's Level, off to Willoughby. Rebound, Jamal Wilkes. Again, Houston didn't get that ball inside. Norm Nixon. Willoughby on him now. We have a mismatch inside. Level's trying to stay with Magic. And they can't get the ball to Magic. That's what Wilkes wants to do. Look at the two big guys on the boards and a foul. Malone and Kareem up there all by themselves going after that.
Way up there, all by themselves.
We have a timeout. 6 minutes, 47 seconds to go till halftime. The Rockets still lead it by 3 points.
I get all kinds in here. Some like it straight, some with a twist. But they all want a great disposable razor. If they like it straight, it's Gillette's Good News razor, the Twin Blade Classic. If they like it with a twist, it's Gillette's Swivel Razor, twin blades plus a moving head that hugs your face. Both shave better than any single blade disposable.
Good news or swivel. Gillette puts 2 great shaves at your disposal.
So what'll it be? Straight or with a twist?
Outside, the sea throws you an angry coming home party. But below, there's comfort. Introducing new Royal Comfort Pipe Tobacco. Now you can take comfort in knowing there's a good-tasting aromatic pipe tobacco specially blended to smoke cool, to always satisfy. Pipe after pipe after pipe. New Royal Comfort. If it's a cool smoke you seek, take comfort.
What's behind Super Selling Days on our GMCs? An oversupply of trucks with a heavy-duty name. So it's Super Selling Days at your GMC dealer. And he can offer deals on his economical Super Saver pickups, his GMC Jimmies, and rally vans. There are lots of good deals on trucks these days. The difference in our deal is in our name. At GMC, trucks are what we're all about.
Monday, Private Benjamin is driving the Army crazy.
Who's there? It's a cashmere sweater.
Fall in for laughs when Private Benjamin premieres Monday night.
After playing to 2 overtime decisions in Game 3, Portland now has opened up a 43-29 lead in that third and deciding game with Kansas City. And at halftime, we're going to be taking a look. Look at this. This is Hollywood out here, isn't it?
Real Hollywood.
Anyway, we started to say Elgin Bader will be our halftime feature on rebound. A look at the Masters. You were telling about Elgin Bader. You had, what was you said about him if you were going to put a thumbnail on him?
I would say power and grace.
Power and grace.
Combined.
Kareem. Moses Malone on him. Jamal Wilkes is up, and Jamal Wilkes has committed a foul. Wilkes with a personal foul. You know, Magic Johnson, who's played 16 minutes in this first half of play, still hasn't scored in this game, and with 6:35, the Rockets still with that 3-point lead, 36-33. Bill, what about this? Offensive rebounds. Houston 9, the Lakers 2. Is that significant?
Not yet, because that is part of Houston's game, offensive rebound. It is not part of the Laker game. They don't, as a team, they don't get very many offensive rebounds. These things become significant when a team, say if Houston, if they were reversed, it would be very significant. Because that would mean that one team was not playing the way they should be playing. What they're doing, they're establishing certain patterns that are evident in the way they play.
He's concerned by Paul Westhead. That foul on Wilkes was his second. He's with the ball. Reed on him. Into Kareem. Nixon wide open. Murphy jumped out on him, but it didn't hurt him at all. That's concentration, isn't it? 38-35. Norm Nixon doing a good job offensively with thus far 10. Kareem with 10 points. Level. Magic was looking for the foul. Off to Nixon. Here's that tempo the Lakers like. Nixon getting down there in a hurry, and he's fouled by Calvin Murphy. There's the tempo man thus far, number 10, Norm Nixon.
Norm Nixon is the key to the tempo the way they're playing now. With him as the point guard, he has to run it up every time, at least as much as possible. And what he's doing, he's getting Calvin Murphy in foul trouble.
Calvin Murphy now with 2 personal fouls. Now the Lakers have hit 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Houston, on the other hand, 10 of 12. Both of them being very proficient at the line thus far. As I just said that, he misses one. Willoughby up to Allen level. 38-36. Houston by 2. This decides who moves into the semifinals against the San Antonio Spurs, the winner of the Midwest Division. Calvin Murphy, he's not shooting well in this game. He's had a tough time. Not indicative of his shooting at all. Michael Cooper. Level, and Cooper's fouled him. Michael Cooper collides with him, and that's 3 on Cooper. He's the first player now for Los Angeles to get into foul trouble. Houston has Dunleavy with 4, so those are the 2 men with foul difficulty. Murphy is the kind of guy, Bill, I guess, as you look at Paul Westhead, is that you just got to keep shooting because you know it's going to come back.
Well, what's happening is they're making him go to his left to shoot.
To his left.
And there are a lot of shooters that are not as effective going the opposite way. So the good defense is to make them go to the way that they don't want to go. See, good players are players of habit, and the reason they're good to do the same things the same way. And so if you can make them deviate from what they'd like to do, then you can be effective. And so instead of shooting 8 for 10, he'll only shoot 6 for 10.
And he's 0 for 5 right now. Joe Gashu will wave that basket off. The foul instead has been committed. Cooper on the deck. Gashu said that will not count. There's Pom Pom Mom. We are in Los Angeles, Bill Russell.
There's no doubt about that.
40-36. That foul on Reed, his second. Wilkes. And there's Reed with a rebound. Reed playing much more effectively in this game. Reed and Fultz in the early going. Fultz on the bench right now because Willoughby's come in. Level, open shot. Magic tries to intimidate him and does. There's Reed again. They're hitting those offensive boards. Moses Malone, and it will count, and a foul. Kareem has committed the foul. And Kareem now has committed his second.
Now here's the pass into Moses now, and when he gets that deep, there's the foul. But Kareem was trying to come up on his left side, but he got there a little late.
Now the biggest lead of this game for the Houston Rockets, 42-36. Malone with 11 points. That last foul, kind of interesting reaction by Kareem. He kind of just dejectedly walked away from it.
Well, he knew he got...
He's having trouble at the other end offensively, looking for some help. Jim Jones. Jones against Willoughby, and Willoughby commits the foul. That would have gone. It would have counted. 43-36. Willoughby with his first personal foul. And that now 5 team fouls on both teams, a penalty in effect. Jim Jones, who has not started the last 2 games. What does that do to you, Bill Russell? Does that take some of your confidence away?
Not necessarily. It depends on what the coach, how the coach tells you. Because I have to make a change, and the reason I want to make a change is for more speed. So a guy can't be upset by that. But it determines how well the coach communicates what he's trying to do to the player.
You got to sell the idea.
Yes.
Jim Jones cuts it to 43-38. Jones, during the middle part of the year, was benched as Paul Westhead made some changes. Look at this. Kansas City now has roared back. They trailed earlier. Only had 29 points. Now all of a sudden 41. Calvin Murphy, he's 0 for 6 now from the field. That's got to be of some concern to Del Harris and the Houston Rockets. Magic to Kareem. Good by Magic Johnson. And now it's a 3-point game, 43-40. Los Angeles playing some catch-up basketball now. They have not been a good catch-up team this year. Houston calls timeout. Let's look at that last play.
Now here's the play, the pass off to Kareem. Can you imagine being that big and having to pump to get a shot off? But the way the Rockets playing, there, great control there.
Abdul-Jabbar with 12 points.
I'm Johnny Bench. This is Krylon Spray Paint, the other leading national brand. And here comes my fast pitch, so watch close. Krylon Special Formula goes on smooth, just like a professional finish. And just 12 minutes later, it's dry to the touch. No runs, no drips, no errors. The other brand's still tacky after 1 hour. Let's see it again. Krylon dry after 12 minutes, other brand still tacky after 1 hour. Did you catch that? Krylon, for a smooth, fast professional finish.
We're not just a couple of animals who can only play football. We can be civilized, too.
Tennis is sophisticated, but you still got to be fast on your feet. So we still drink light beer from Miller. It's got a third less calories than the regular beer, and it's less filling.
And it really tastes great.
Now that we've played singles, we're looking for a nice, friendly game of doubles.
Tennis, anyone?
Ooh-wee. Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
You know, the way things are today, if you want more, you have to pay more. But when it comes to life insurance, Metropolitan has done something about that. You see, Metropolitan has come up with a terrific new policy called Whole Life Plus. It gives you more insurance without having to pay more. To find out about it, look for this booklet or ad in your Sunday newspaper April 5th. Giving you the most insurance for your money is one way Metropolitan really stands by you.
Monday, he's the butler, she's the career woman. Together, they're the Two of Us.
You know, such a helpless wreck of a woman.
Hilarious comedy on the Two of Us, Monday.
Well, Magic Johnson hasn't scored yet, but look how he set up Kareem on this play.
Now, this is an outstanding pass just over Moses Malone, which you got to get it over just right. And Kareem shows something that people take for granted. Now, here's a pump and a double pump and a nice soft shot. Now, these guys are so skilled that things like this become commonplace.
Bill, I know you played golf yesterday and just tore the course apart.
And the greenskeeper's really upset about it, too.
But look at this, the Masters. What a classic. We overuse that word sometimes, but it's coming up next weekend, the 11th and 12th. In this second quarter, Houston's only shooting 22%, but L.A. only 33%. Calvin Murphy, who's 0 for 6 from the field. Robert Reed, wait a minute, the clock. The shot clock expired. They didn't get it underway in time. Good defense by the Los Angeles Lakers. And now they have a chance to cut this to 1. Norm Nixon with Calvin Murphy on him. Boy, the shooting percentage is really dropping down. What does that say to you, Bill?
Good defense.
But does it concern Los Angeles that they are not shooting better? Because they have to win this game. Houston not as good a shooting ball club. Magic still hasn't scored. Jamal Wilkes, they'll have a fresh 24 seconds. Here's Magic. Blocked. Blocked by Level, and it's off of Jim Jones. It'll be Houston's basketball.
So here's the Houston defense there. They're trying to, there they come. And there's the block.
Magic really having a tough time thus far.
He and Calvin Murphy both.
He's 0 for 6. Look at this now, 1-point game. McCourtney has been stuck on that 48 for a long time. A jump ball. 43-40. Kareem and Moses. It's the way we started the game. We still have 3:16 left to go in the first half. Murphy had it for a moment, but Nixon comes away with it. Intended for Magic. Not under control that time. Magic feels it was off of Houston. Ed Rush says, no, sir, it's going the other way.
No, he just thinks that Murph pushed him a little bit.
Well, you never win those arguments. Bill Russell can tell you about that. Lakers now with 8 turnovers, Bill. 43-40, 3 minutes to go at halftime. Elgin Baylor, a look at the master. Level to Murphy, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Kareem playing the good defense. Magic with another rebound. A chance to cut it to 1. Jones can't control it. There's another costly turnover. And a foul in the backcourt on Jamal Wilkes. Wilkes committing a personal foul. A little out of control, Bill, last couple of times.
Yeah, both teams are running it's like a wasted minute. Neither team got anything accomplished.
Tell you what, it's got to be tiring, if nothing else.
Yes, because you get a little upset with yourself, and that makes it, things like that create tension, and that makes it a little tired.
You know, Murphy has not scored from the field, but he's hit 5 of 5 from the free throw line.
Which is not surprising.
No, it is not. He missed a couple, though, you might recall, in the earlier game in his series. Tom Henderson has checked in for Houston, and it's back to a 5-point lead for the Houston Rockets. 45-40. Houston's made some adjustments here today. I think some people thought that maybe Friday night they would not be capable of that. And there's a reach-around foul on Robert Reed. I tell you, Bill, you have told me so many times there's a lot of cerebral part to this game. You really got to be able to think, and we have seen a lot of changes due to that ability to think in this series.
You know, the coaches have plans that they make of how they want the game to play. But the players have to know enough about the game to accomplish these things. With the other team trying to keep you from accomplishing things, knowing what you're trying to do, and they're trying to stop you, knowing what you're trying to do, and you have to do it anyway. And that's why you have to know what you're doing out there, and as they say, be a little smarter.
That was the first point of the game for Magic Jones. Big rebound, and that turns out to be a 3-point play and a 2-point game. Reed checked out of the game after committing his third foul. Billy Pulse has come in to replace him for Houston. 2:19 to go until halftime. Billy Pulse. He played well in the early going. Calvin Murphy still looking for his first field goal of the game. He's now 0 for 7. Off to Cooper. Murphy's back. Murphy broke it up. It'll be off. No, they're going to call a foul on Calvin Murphy.
They called it. And he could just let him go then because he'd lost control of it. But if you're playing defense, it's hard to pull off. Now here the Lakers are doing hustling on an offensive. This is the offensive rebound by Jim Jones. That's a good way to make sure you don't get it blocked.
Ooh. Now Cooper was shaken up on that play. As you said, Bill, he had lost control of the ball. Came down kind of funny is what happened. It looked like Jack Curran, the trainer, checking he'll be okay. The foul on Murphy was his third.
And that's one of the things the Lakers have been able to do today so far. They've been able to get some fouls on some of the key Houston players, Murphy and
Allen Level. Dunleavy.
Yes.
I know.
It's been so long since it's been
there.
We'll
go down the line here. Dunleavy with 4. You're right.
You got to put his name on it.
Hey, look at this. Hey, as Portland's offense has just left him. All of a sudden, Kansas City has taken the lead in that game. And the free throw situation. Cooper struggling. There's Dunleavy, the man you're referring to, with the 4 personal fouls. Boy, now I tell you, Bill, that shows me the tension of the game when a guy sits up there or stands up there and misses like that.
Well, something happened on that play when he missed that he lost the ability to concentrate. And this happens to you sometimes. You just can't. You do not have it anymore. It's only a momentary thing, but you lose the ability to concentrate.
Murphy still wanting that first shot to go for it. He got it. Now, that's got to help him after missing his first 7 shots. 47-43. Nixon, tough shot. Rebound, Kareem. What a play by Jabbar. What body control by the 7'2" center. It's a 2-point game. He made a play Friday night where he followed on his stuff. He's played so hard following those shots, something we didn't see during the regular season of play, but this is playoff time. Calvin Murphy into Moses. Nice hook by the number 24. 49-45, 13 points for Malone. You might recall Wednesday night he had 23 in the first half. Kareem, Moses rips it down and they clear out. You better clear out. Tom Henderson with 1 minute now left in this first half. 49-45. Bill Willoughby, Magic Johnson on him. Backdoor, Malone, broken up. Pulse, who's got it? Out it comes Willoughby. They have a fresh 24 seconds. As the ball hit the rim, but I don't think Westhead can believe it once the shot clock adjusted. So that's why they've stopped the action. I don't know if that ball hit the rim or not, did it?
I don't know. I was watching these guys beat each other up.
Westhead feels that they should not have a fresh 24. They are now cutting it down. They've cut it down to 12.
12 seconds remaining.
12 seconds. They've reset it. Ed Rush, Joe Gashu have changed it. Boy, Westhead was up and flying down the court to be sure they were aware that the shot clock had been changed. Timeout now called by the Houston Rockets. The Rockets with a 49-45 lead. 45 seconds. There's Westhead. He's pretty quick. I didn't realize he could get off the bench that quick.
Westhead is trying to say something about the 24-second clock.
And he got it down to where he thought it should be.
Anything before that? Do we have a field goal here? What do we have here?
I think the discussion was involved in that.
So we don't have anything on the play-by-play, right? So we have to go by him. We have nothing on the play-by-play.
Ed Rush trying to ascertain how much time should be left. Bill, I just got to ask you this. When you guys repeated, one at 68, one at 69, were you struggling in a mini-series, or you didn't have a mini-series in, but were you struggling like this Laker team is, where there's some moments where it looked awfully dark for you?
Yes. Well, it's so hard because to play the way you did the year before is not good enough.
All right, let's play.
You either get better or you get worse, but you don't stay the same. Because the other teams have made adjustments, and they're a different team, either stronger or weaker. And so that you have to play a little better to repeat than you did the year before.
What has happened to the official scorer goofed on the time, and now with 12 seconds, you could hear him as we had the microphone over there at the scorer's table. So now here's the situation. 12 seconds on the shot clock, 45 seconds on the game clock. 49, 45, Houston. 6 seconds. 5, Colts with 3, and they have another 24, Willoughby.
Not a very good shot.
No, sir, and Henderson is shaken up. Tom Henderson is hurt, and he's trying to shake it off and come back. Magic Johnson. Jim Jones. Jones with 2 big moves, power moves, has scored 2 baskets. 2-point game. There's your time remaining. Magic still hasn't scored from the field. 1 point from the free throw line. Henderson at the Billy Pulse. 5 seconds. Jim Jones a chance to tie it up with 2. And they don't get it underway. And so the Houston Rockets with a 2-point lead at the intermission break. 49-47. And I don't need to tell you what we have remaining. 24 minutes of outstanding basketball to decide who moves into the semifinals against the San Antonio Spurs. At halftime, Elgin Baylor, and a look at the Masters.
We're Exxon. We're Jim Sessom, finding better ways to get electricity from sunlight. We're John...
In the first half. Kareem. Moses rips it down and they clear out. You better clear out. Tom Henderson with 1 minute now left in this first half. 49-45. Bill Willoughby, Magic Johnson on him. Backdoor, Malone broken up. Pulse, who's got it? Out it comes to Willoughby. They have a fresh 24 seconds. As the ball hit the rim, but I don't think Westhead can believe it. Westhead wants the shot clock adjusted. So that's why they've stopped the action. I don't know if that ball hit the rim or not, did it?
How much was
I don't
on
know.
there?
I was watching these guys beat each other up.
Usually, you know.
Westhead feels that they should not have a fresh 24. They are now cutting it down. They've cut it down to 12.
12 seconds remaining.
12 seconds. They've reset it. Ed Rush, Joe Gashu have changed it. Boy, Westhead was up and flying down the court to be sure they were aware that the shot clock had been changed. Timeout now called by the Houston Rockets. The Rockets with a 49-45 lead. 45 seconds. There's Westhead. He's pretty quick. I didn't realize he could get off the bench that quick.
Westhead is trying to say something about the 24-second clock.
And he got it down to where he thought it should be.
Anything before that? Do we have a field goal here? What do we have here?
I think the discussion was involved in that.
So we don't have anything on the play-by-play, right? So we have to go by him. We have nothing on the play-by-play.
Ed Rush trying to ascertain how much time should be left. Bill, I just got to ask you this. When you guys repeated, one at 68, one at 69, were you struggling in a mini-series, or you didn't have a mini-series in, but were you struggling like this Laker team is, where there's some moments where it looked awfully dark for you?
Yes. Well, it's so...
We're Exxon. We're Jim Sessom, finding better ways to get electricity from sunlight. We're John Willis, at a promising oil find in Alaska. We're Dr. John Sinfelt, whose work on new catalysts won him the National Medal of Science. We're Illinois coal miners, providing fuel for Midwest power plants. We're Cindy Tate, helping bring a $350 million oil platform into production. We're more than 100,000 people working on energy. We're Exxon.
Working late again, Mr. Peabody?
Afraid so, Rose.
You were the genius who designed the Firestone 721 tire.
That's my problem. They want me to top it.
Top it? But isn't the 721 what they call a winner?
Oh, sure. It's got 7 around 2 wrapped by 1. There's 24 million on the road, you know.
And you're gonna top that, Mr. Peck?
Well,
The Firestone 721. It's one tough tire to top.
A little Old Spice has a lot of rewards. Old Spice is the clean, fresh, masculine scent so many women love. So even if you love only one woman, you'll love Old Spice, the man scent so many women love.
In 1955, when we were starting out, a Volkswagen was already a good deal. Now, Volkswagen celebrates its silver anniversary with amazing deals on the Rabbit, Jetta, Dasher, Scirocco, Vanagon, all our Volkswagens at silver anniversary prices.
You guys ready to deal?
Oh.
Silver anniversary Volkswagens. Silver anniversary prices.
The Masters. In all the world, there are few events that can match this tournament for its tradition, drama, and excellence. The Masters, next weekend on CBS Sports.
The Houston Rockets with a 2-point lead, 49-47, and playoff basketball. Really been something in this first half of play. One interesting stat in this first half. The Los Angeles Lakers have missed 7 free throws, and that's what hurt them so much in game number 1 that was played here Wednesday. Looking forward to next weekend, one of the classics in sports, the Masters. Let's take a look at that event that's coming up on CBS.
There have been a lot of words written about the dramatic finishes in the Masters Golf Tournament. Hi, I'm Pat Summerall at the Augusta National Golf Club in Augusta, Georgia. It's rather quiet here today, but it won't be in a few days when the 45th Masters gets underway. As I mentioned, there have been a lot of dramatic highlights, particularly in the finishes here at the Masters Golf Tournament, but none more than in 1975, when the drama really started to unfold at the 15th hole. My colleague Ben Wright was covering 15 that year, and he's there now to set the scene.
Behind me at the 16th green, my late British colleague Henry Longhurst was waiting, apparently interminably, as was Jack Nicklaus, for a long birdie putt. But meanwhile, here at the 15th green, Johnny Miller was to make a birdie from 4 feet to go 10 under par, and Tom Weiskopf had this putt down and across the slope from 18 feet to momentarily regain the lead at 12 under par.
Tremendous putt by Tom Weiskopf, and that is going to be evil music ringing in Nicklaus's ears as Tom Weiskopf grabs the lead once again outright at 12 under par. Over to the 16th.
Yes, Nicklaus. He's got a putt up the hill, 35 to 40 feet. He's been standing there for a long time while his playing partner played 3 tee shots, so to speak. Only about 100 yards from where Weiskopf held that putt, the way his head is facing at the moment. Now, up the hill. I think that's one of the greatest putts I've ever seen in my life. And there's back on the tee. Weiskopf has to take it this time, having dished it out in the hole before. I never saw so putt in my life.
The 16th hole giveth, but it also taketh away. And that's how it was for Weiskopf, who made a horrible bogey here. Miller made a great birdie at the 17th hole, so they were tied up at 11 under par, one behind Nicklaus as they went to the 18th.
Nicklaus had already made a par 4 at 18. Weiskopf and Miller both reached the green and had birdie putts. Here's Vin Scully's commentary.
If either man rolls it in, he ties Nicklaus. If they both roll it in, we have a three-way tie. And if they both miss, Jack Nicklaus then will have been the first man in history to win 5 Masters. So it is that simple. And one birdie flew away. Tommy Weiskopf, 8 feet away from a tie. And so the heartbreak and the disappointment registered on Tom Weiskopf's face and on the lips of those who have cheered him for 4 days. And hail to the victor. Jack Nicklaus wins his 5th Masters green coat.
That was 1975. This is 1981. And who knows in a few days whose name is going to be up on top of that leaderboard. For Ben Wright, this is Pat Summerall, CBS Sports, Augusta, Georgia.
2-point game here, and thank you, Pat Summerall. Highlight coverage of the first and second round of the Masters at 11:30 Eastern on Thursday and Friday, and then 4 o'clock Eastern as round number 3. Boy, we look forward to that. See who, in fact, will win the green jacket. Elgin Baylor will be our halftime feature on rebound, the 6'5" forward who Bill Russell said had grace and power. The NBA on CBS will continue after this word from your local station.
Goodbye, Jefferson's, as Marla Gibb becomes a hotel's executive housekeeper and the manager's as bad as George. Checking In premieres Thursday.
Diana Ross, eat your heart out.
This is CBS.
You know, you own a home, it eats up every cent you've got. To do this job, we needed a lot of money.
Only for a few months.
But we couldn't afford to cash in our savings certificates or pay interest on a whole year's loan.
We needed advice, so we did what smart business people do.
We went to a commercial bank and picked their brains.
Know what the banker said? What you need is a short-term flexible loan. You'll save money.
We did, too. Saved almost $1,000. Us? We picked our bank for its brains.
It pays.
Now's a great time to get in shape.
Hi, Al.
While you're at it, why not get your lawn in shape with Turf Builder fertilizer from Scotts? Just 30 minutes or so with Turf Builder will shape up your lawn by helping it send off new branches to form new grass plants that'll thicken up your whole lawn.
Looking good. Yeah, looking good. Gee, thanks. And you don't look too bad yourself, Al.
Turf Builder from Scotts. And remember, you don't have to water it in.
Dad, I got a part-time job. Great. I joined the Army Reserve.
Well, how can you do that? You're still in school.
It's the Army Reserve, Dad. You can join in high school now.
You can?
Sure, it's only 1 weekend a month during school, and the rest in the summer when I need a good job.
That's for sure.
I'll be learning electronics.
Just don't practice on the TV, huh?
When I graduate and finish training, my unit will give me a bonus, $1,500.
Hey, you did all right for yourself. Now, when I was in the service...
Find out how you can join the Army Reserve in high school. Call this number.
Barnaby Jones premieres Monday at 5 on 2. Monday, what's a spoiled city lady doing in a place like this?
It's like my nails have been put through a blender.
Lorna Patterson is Private Benjamin.
She's a disaster.
And she's driving Eileen Brennan wild.
What is this? It's a cashmere sweater.
Fall in for laughs when Private Benjamin hits your small screen Monday night.
The Masters. Surrounded by the grace and beauty that is the Augusta National Golf Club. The finest players in the world challenge one of the game's great courses. To be a true champion is to win the Masters. Next weekend on CBS Sports.
The Rockets by 2 at the intermission break here at the Forum in Los Angeles. Bill Russell, before we came to this ballpark today, I knew that we were going to have Elgin Baylor as our halftime feature. He did a lot of things in this game, didn't he, that people had never done before.
You know, his first year with the Lakers as a rookie, he led a team in scoring, rebounding, and assists. And he took a bad ball club and made it respectable in just, I know we had beaten him like 10 or 12 straight games. And Elgin said, I'm tired of this. So he went out, in order to break that streak, he set a new league record in scoring. And I was so glad I was a center. Because, you know, didn't have to guard him. Because he played at two different heights. Inside, he was about 6'10", and so he just overpowered you. Out on the floor, he was about 6'1", because he moved so well. And that's what I meant by the difference is power and grace, because he could go outside and handle the ball as well as anyone, and inside he was strong as anybody.
That's the reason he's on the NBA all-time team. Let's take a look now at Elgin Baylor in action.
Old Spice presents... Rebound. Brought to you by Old Spice Stick Deodorant, the deodorant that works overtime.
A husky 6'5" forward, Elgin Baylor left Seattle University in 1958 and introduced the NBA to a sparkling assortment of fakes, refakes, and triple clutches. Baylor scored almost 25 points a game as a rookie, a dangerous shooter who attacked the boards like a wild man. In 1962, Elgin clocked more than 38 points per game, and his lifetime scoring average is the third highest of all time. Baylor played a total of 14 seasons with the Lakers in both Minneapolis and Los Angeles. Named to a record number of 10 All-NBA teams, Baylor combined the strength of a center with the rubber-limbed quickness of a guard. He was an authentic triple threat, leading the Lakers 4 times in scoring, rebounding, and assists. Baylor thundered through a ball game, shedding defenders like a bear shakes off bad weather. In 1960, he stormed the Knicks for 71 points in a single ball game. Perhaps the greatest forward who ever played, Elgin Baylor's acrobatic antics always put a gasp into a ball game.
A little Old Spice has a lot of rewards. Old Spice is the clean, fresh, masculine scent so many women love. So even if you love only one woman, you'll love Old Spice, the man scent so many women love.
The Lakers return as we get ready for the start of the second half. The Rockets on top, 49-47. Bill, at the top, we had a couple of things we wanted to establish. We're going to show by highlights what is actually happening. One of the things you talked about at the start of the game was tempo. Now, tempo means a good fast break. Watch this. Dunleavy to Pulse. Kareem rejects it, and watch him move the ball.
That outlet pass, that's the key pass on a fast break. And that break was set up with only one bounce, a layup. You're going to enter the court with one bounce. That's it, because guys can move so much quicker passing the ball than they can dribbling the ball. Now, the Rockets have to get inside, and this is what they have to establish. Now they're off the boards. This is what they have to do. They have to hit the offensive boards and then get the ball inside.
This is like you draw it on the blackboard, isn't it?
Yeah, and the other team shouldn't let you, but they know what you're going to do, and you do it anyway.
Watch this play, though. Just great individual effort here by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Now, this is what you call going to the offensive board. You have to screen him out. Now, see, he wasn't screened out, and this is what happens. And he's jumping, and he's really using all his strength, and then he has to, with his fingertip, put a soft touch on the ball.
One statistic that surprises me at halftime, Los Angeles is out-rebounding Houston, 28-23.
Well, when they made the adjustment of changing the lineup, that was to increase their rebounding. Because the way that they're playing with this new lineup, Houston has to, defensive big guys have to go outside more. So that if you've got Pulse or Malone on a Magic Johnson or Michael Cooper, they have to go away from the basket. Or on a Jamal, they have to go away from the basket. So that takes away their ability to stay inside and pound the boards. And so the change that the Lakers made happens is, one, to get the big guys away from the basket, and plus to give that team more floor speed.
Well, they've out-rebounded him at halftime, 28-23. We have 24 minutes left to play to decide who will win this mini-series. We'll be back with that in a moment.
Sailing a tall ship is an old dream. But some men still dream it.
All bad! Put it to sleep! It's Miller time.
Miller time. Time to head in for the best tasting beer you can find.
When it's time to relax,
America's quality beer.
one beer stands clear.
Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, Miller's got the beer.
Imagine a car polish that puts acrylic protection on your car's acrylic paint. New acrylic kit. Acrylic on acrylic protection. Acrylic Kit, an exclusive formula that protects like only acrylic can. A tough, durable layer that shields your car's finish. Acrylic Kit, for the shine that protects. New Acrylic Kit. Acrylic on acrylic protection.
For me, beating a tough opponent is always rewarding. But for many Americans stricken with multiple sclerosis, beating their opponent would be so much more rewarding. MS is the mysterious, often disabling disease of the nervous system. Its attack is sudden and without warning. The cause and cure are unknown, but researchers are working hard to find one. Won't you please help fight multiple sclerosis? The ball's in our court.
The preceding message has been furnished as a public service by the National Basketball Association.
The NBA on CBS is sponsored by Lowenbrau. When it's time for the taste of a truly great beer, let it be Lowenbrau. Gillette, makers of Right Guard antiperspirants and deodorants, available in roll-on, stick, and convenient spray. And by Atari Video Game System.
At the conclusion of today's game in each of our NBA telecasts, we're going to be selecting the Miller High Life Most Valuable Player of the game. And the recipient of this award will have a check of $1,000 presented to the Special Olympics Organization. And Bill, and you and I are going to vote, and if we can't decide or agree to disagree or whatever, Bob Stinner will be standing by to cast.
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that.
That credibility will
that kind of
really
help
go.
we don't need.
Let me throw a couple of stats at you. We mentioned the rebounds, but in the free throw department in the first half, Houston hit 15 of 16. The Lakers only 9 of 16.
And you could say that's a difference in the game. But one thing in the first half, neither team established dominance over the other team in terms of playing the way they want to play. That's why you have a close ball game, is that they spent time alternating as to which game they're going to play. And that's, when you have that, that's why you have close ball games, that you know what your other team is trying to do, and you try to stop that, but also while you're stopping that, do what you want to do.
You saw the individual scoring magic with only 1 point. Here is Moses with 13. Pretty good balance other than that. Murphy with 8. Murphy, however, in that first half of play, hit only 1 of 8 shots. Magic was 0 for 7 from the field. 45% shooting for Los Angeles, only 33 for the Rockets. Reed tries to start him out, and here we go with that important stage of the game. The start of the second half, that Bill Russell has spoken of so often. Rebound, Moses Malone, and a foul on Jamal Wilkes, who reaches in.
And the reason he did that was he had a shot that he thought he should have made. And the real temptation is to try to make up for it. When you miss a shot you think you should make. And this is probably the most backcourt fouls are caused by this than anything else.
And the significance of that, Bill, is that was the 4th foul on Wilkes. And Westhead has to be pondering now, do I protect him a little bit or not? Moses Malone at the line, and now the Rockets are 16 of 17 from the free throw line. And Moses Malone now has 15 points for the afternoon. 51-47. The biggest lead of this game was 7 points by the Houston Rockets. Norm Nixon, Tom Henderson on him. Jamal Wilkes picked up by Willoughby, who starts his second half. And Jamal's missed 2 shots, and that is going to be off of Houston. Los Angeles will get it.
Houston's going to give him a try again. They tried him in the first half, and he ended up making 5 out of 8 because he has been struggling with his shooting. He has not been shooting well.
Magic off to Norm Nixon. Block. Beautiful play by Reed and a foul. Norm Nixon runs over Bill Willoughby. Loose ball foul. Norm Nixon looks on in disbelief. Now, wait a minute. They're calling that on Wilkes, and that's his 5th. Let's look at it.
Shot blocked. Huh. It couldn't be on Wilkes.
Well, that's what they got it. They gave it to Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes with his 5th foul. We better check that one. Moses Malone. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up to Nixon. Kareem, Jamal Wilkes. 51-49. Tom Henderson brings it up. We have confirmed it. It is 5 fouls on Jamal Wilkes. Boy, that replay looked to me like it was Nixon. Billy Paultz. Kareem tries to follow, and he reaches over. Did he call a foul on Cooper or Kareem? There's Magic Johnson. He's shaken up on the play. That foul is on Kareem, his 3rd personal.
Now, that's the shot, a soft shot put up there, and Kareem had his hands on it and then there.
Kareem with his 3rd personal. Henderson trying to save it. He does. No, he does not. It'll be Los Angeles basketball. 51-49. Look at this. Kansas City, after trailing 44-29, now leads 59-56. That will decide the issue in Portland. The foul situation of concern now. Wilkes with 5. Kareem has 3. Kareem upset. Boy, the intensity of this guy. Who says he doesn't like to play this game of basketball?
He's going for he's going to get a hit. He probably thinks he should have dunked it, but there was no way they won't let him dunk that. They're going to make him do the free throws on that one.
This is Jim Jones coming into the lineup. So they will get Wilkes out of there with 5 personal fouls. There's Kareem with 14. That foul was on Billy Paultz, his 1st. Jim Jones has made some significant contributions. A couple of follow shots after coming off the bench. Jamal Wilkes on the bench with 5. You might remember Magic Johnson fouled out on Friday night's game, and there's another rebound by Jones. He's doing yeoman work for this Los Angeles team. Kareem. Look at the red shirts around the ball. Willoughby with the rebound. There must have been 4 men around that rebound.
Well, that's one thing that Houston does well, is they offensive rebound and defensive rebound. And the reason they do, they flood the boards, because most guys are making sure that they try to screen out Moses Malone. That leaves the lanes open for other guys to go to the boards.
Houston with a 1-point lead. Reed. Again, look at Willoughby get up. This guy is phenomenal the way he can jump. Now Moses Malone has the position. Paultz. And Los Angeles gets a break on that one. It looked like Houston had that one under control. Nixon. Reed goes up. Houston hitting the boards effectively here in this 3rd quarter.
That shot was about a foot out of Norm Nixon's range on that one.
Sometimes you forget. You get a little excited. The adrenaline is flowing in a pressure game like this. Willoughby off to Reed. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Tough shot by Reed. Moses Malone rips it down. Loose ball foul, and Malone is guilty of a foul.
That was not necessarily a good call. We'll take a look at it so we can second guess the referees. So the ball, he put the soft shot up there. It bounces away. Let's see now here.
We'll have it when we come back after the commercial.
There's Dan and Ellen Fields. He's editor of our local newspaper. He looks worried about his problem dandruff. I wish he'd ask me.
Mr. Owens, what shampoo should Dan use for his problem dandruff?
Ellen, how about Tegrin?
It works on itching and flaking?
In a national survey, 3 out of 4 dermatologists judge Tegrin's medication effective in fighting even problem dandruff.
Let's try it out.
How's Dan's problem dandruff?
Tegrin's terrific news, Mr. Owens.
Prove it to yourself. Tegrin works.
There is no country on earth where photography is more a way of life than Japan. And because they've been first with so many innovations, no camera company is more responsible for this than Pentax. First, where it means something to be first.
We asked Roger Staubach to find out how people spell relief.
How do you spell relief?
For heartburn, Roger, R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Relief from acid indigestion, R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
Rolaids really does spell relief.
Like a sponge, Rolaids antacid medicine consumes 100% of the acid required to give millions 100% relief.
How do you spell relief?
I spell it R-O-L-A-I-D-S.
For millions of Americans, Rolaids spells 100% relief.
Monday, he's the butler, she's the career woman. Together, they're the Two of Us.
You're such a helpless wreck of a woman.
Hilarious comedy on the Two of Us, Monday.
A moment ago, Moses Malone picked up his second foul of the game. There was some question about it, Bill Russell.
Yes, what happened was Robert Reed went in and took a shot, and they got a long rebound. And on a long rebound, both the big guys went up right there.
I don't know where they got a foul, do you?
Well, the referees missed a few. These guys don't make all their free throws. So
the bench scoring in this game, but I think a more significant stat is 0 for 8 in this third quarter is Houston. Los Angeles 1 for 6 from the field. Billy Pulps committing the personal foul.
Now you can take that Kansas City's leading Portland. They were behind by 13 in the first half, but they caught up, and it's going to be quite a game. They've had 2 overtimes already.
51-50, the Rockets by 1. Kareem at the line, Pulse with his second foul. 13 foul of this third quarter with 9 minutes remaining in it. Thus far, the Lakers are 11 of 19, now 12 of 20 from the free throw line. 52-51, the Lakers. The Lakers with the lead. Paul Westhead motioning to drop back in defensively. Los Angeles would like to make their move. The defending world champions in a real struggle. Henderson. Fine play by Tom Henderson. He's had one of those per game where he goes down the middle. Henderson now with 2 points. 53-52. We had 9 lead changes in the first half. Now we seesaw back and forth. Kareem Willoughby just went up above Michael Cooper.
He timed it perfect. One of the Lakers was up there, but he went up a little too soon.
Henderson Nixon on him. Jamal Wilkes on the bench with 5 fouls. Moses Malone. Boy, they get it there. It's all over. Like money in the bank. 55-52. Malone with 17 points. 17 for Kareem. So the two centers now are equal in the scoring department. Holtz trying to keep Kareem out. Nixon, good fake. Norm Nixon. Nixon with 13 points.
That's the best way to get a good shot when they double team the big guy, is to get the ball and pass it out right back out. And if you don't have a shot, you can give it back in again, and then most time you'll have even better position.
Malone against Jones, and Jones can't do anything about it. And now Moses Malone is just not going to be denied in there. The last 2 power moves gives him 19 points. 57-54. Kareem at the other end against Pulse. He traveled with the ball. The basket will not count. Kareem walks with the ball. 57-54. Pulse has done a very good job on him. He just doesn't let him back him in there.
Little contact out there with both ways.
Billy Pulse at 6'11". Kareem at 7'2". Henderson fine pass to Willoughby. Willoughby, I think I incorrectly said he was out of basketball last year. It was 2 years ago he was out of basketball. He played with Cleveland last year. And the way he's playing now, Houston's going to have him around for several years to come. Young man who came out of high school to play in the NBA. 59-54. Magic, Willoughby on him. Reed reaches in. Nixon, Henderson, gonna let him have the shot.
That was within his range.
Norm Nixon, 15 points. He has been very, very consistent with 22 and 21 in the previous 2 games. Nixon dropping back in on Henderson. 6.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Kareem. Look at Moses Malone and Jones pushing on each other. Henderson, tough shot. Boy, Henderson all of a sudden's got the hot hand. 61-56.
Because the Lakers are not letting him get the ball into Moses Malone. They're just going to say, you got to make the outside shot.
And if they continue to do that, they could be in some real problems. Look at Del Harris. Harris in his second year as a head coach. And Houston has really given the Lakers a struggle. A lot of people diss it all. Malone with the rebound. In fact, the Midwest Division, people said they were kind of weak this year, but look what Kansas City's done against Portland, what Houston's done against Los Angeles. And of course, San Antonio won the division, waiting to play the winner of this series. And Moses Malone makes it 63-56.
I think the Lakers are going to have to regroup.
Regroup may be a mild statement, an understatement, Mr. Russell. As you have to admire the way this Houston team, the underdog, has played in these 3 games.
North slope's clear and head wall's clear.
And I guess it's Wheeler time. Last one down Vice.
Right. I can taste that free beer now.
When it's time to relax.
What took you so long?
One beer stands clear, Miller beer, if you got the time. We got the beer.
Copier companies have been introducing small copiers with a very interesting claim.
It's just as good as a Xerox.
It's just as good as a Xerox. Then one day...
This compact copier is very versatile. It even copies on your own letterhead. It's inexpensive, but best of all...
I know, it's just as good as a Xerox.
It is a Xerox.
The Xerox 2600, the compact copier that really is just as good as a Xerox.
Nobody has to tell me to get on the stick. With the wide stick, I don't waste time or money. See, Speed Stick deodorant is so much wider than the other leading stick. Gives you effective protection in just a few strokes. And if you've been using an aerosol, look, you'd use up 2 3-ounce sprays and start a third before you'd use up 1 2.5-ounce Speed Stick. So get on the stick.
Makes sense.
Speed Stick deodorant, the wide stick.
By Melly.
Tonight,
He wants to hire you?
will Ann and Nick land a $500,000 account? A full hour, 1 day at a time, tonight.
Kansas City now leads Portland in that 3rd and deciding game, 71-66. Houston has made their last 6 shots here and have equaled their biggest lead of 7 points. They had that in the first half of play. As the Lakers, Magic Johnson still 0 for 8 from the field. He has 1 point in this game, and he hits his first field goal.
You know, Gary, make no mistake about it, Houston right now, as they control this game, you know, they won that first game, and not the Lakers lost it. They won it because they went out and established the game the way they want to play it. The second half, they've done the same thing. They've established that they're playing the game they want to play this half, and this is why they're getting the shots they want, and that's why they're making them.
Moses Malone with 3 seconds on the shot clock. 2, he doesn't know that there's not any time. He did not realize the ball and the shot clock had not reset. 63-58, Jim Jones. Kareem. Well, the Lakers after the timeout now 4 unanswered points as you look at the 2 brain trusts of these teams, Del Harris and Paul Westhead. 63-60. This is for the mini-series championship, the right to play San Antonio beginning Tuesday night. Robert Reed out to Willoughby, long ways off. And Moses Malone has been fouled. Malone, look at him. The guy has played so hard, you wonder where the stamina comes from, as hard as he's worked all 3 games. Adrenaline carrier right now?
No, I'll tell you one thing, you got to be in shape to play the way he plays.
63-60. Bill, you've been in some of these. Bet you're drained after it's all over, mentally, physically, everywhere. Robert Reed. Cooper hit the ball as he was shooting it, but it didn't make any difference. 65-60. Reed with 8 points. Nixon into Kareem. Kareem against Fultz. And a loose ball foul has been spotted. It's going to go against Houston. Del Harris looks up. He wants to ascertain who that's against. They're going to give it to Moses Malone, his 4th team foul now against the Rockets. There is a foul trouble. Wilkes, of course, in the most severe trouble. Dunleavy got his 4 in a hurry. He's been sitting down most of this game. Nixon back. He walked with the ball. No. Reaching in, Billy Fultz. Reached in on Kareem away from the ball.
What he did was he was leaning on Kareem so hard, and then he stepped back. And when he stepped back, Kareem was leaning so hard that he kept getting pushed. It looked like he was pulling him.
There's Wilkes. Is he going to come in? He will with 5 fouls. Billy Fultz picking up his 3rd personal foul. The penalty now in. with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Wilkes comes in. Michael Cooper will check out. Interesting they bring Wilkes in with 5 fouls.
At this point, and Houston has not brought Murphy in yet.
Murphy in that first half.
This is an indication that they're playing the way they want to play it. Because apparently their coach likes what's going on, so he's leaving that team there.
Kareem now with 21 points. Malone almost gets away from it. To Robert Reed, 10 seconds on the shot clock, 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Reed. Now that's what he did in the first game, hit some key shots from outside. 67, 62. Nixon intended for Magic Johnson off of Robert Reed.
Push it anytime.
Good, good. Harris liking what he saw in that play defensively. Westhead sitting down. 3 minutes, 45 seconds, third quarter. Kareem with Pulse, pushing on him a little bit. Look at Reed reaching in. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 6, 5. Magic to Jones. He ran in underneath and hit the basket. He hit the backboard and couldn't get his shot underway.
You got to always know where you are, and he didn't know where he was at that time. He was a little underneath the basket. You can't get that yourself in that position. He shouldn't.
67-62. Reed off to Malone. Malone against Jones. Kareem with a rebound to Jamal Wilkes. Henderson is back. Wilkes, nice play by Jamal Wilkes. Good floating shot by the 6'6" forward who has 16 points. Remember, he had 5 fouls as he made that move on him. 67-64. Inside 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Malone with 21 points, 10 rebounds with the ball. To Henderson, Billy Pulse. And a 6'11" man known as a Whopper has a pretty good touch. 69-64. Magic off to Kareem. Kareem, Pulse got a hand on it. He came away with it. He's not backing off, is he, Bill?
No, you can't. Not at a time like this. You got to stay right in there and take the chance.
11 turnovers now against Los Angeles. Bill Willoughby, who started this second half. You can see Del Harris getting more and more confidence in his play. Henderson, who's hit a couple from out there. Nobody on the boards except Kareem to Nixon. Nixon to Magic. Magic. And we're going to have a foul coming up. Willoughby got up there. Reed got up there. And a foul is going to go against Magic Johnson. Magic in disbelief. Let's look at it.
Norm Nixon's bringing the ball up. Looking there. Gives it to Magic. He goes in. There's the contact right there.
Did he have position?
I'm not
sure. As the damp morning fog creeps through the porthole, a pasty film covers the Dudwicks' mouths. They wake with the worst breath of the day.
Morning.
Scope?
I'll use mine.
Yours leaves your breath medicine-y, not minty like Scope.
Mine kills germs.
Scope kills germs.
Come on.
Try.
Minty Fresh.
And?
Kills germs.
Morning.
Scope fights bad breath. Doesn't give medicine breath.
Do-it-yourselfers, get dirty. Get gritty, grimy, greasy, slimy, dirty, dusty, dungy, grungy. Get dirty. We'll lava you clean. Lava with pumice digs in, powers out tough dirt. Cleaner, faster, better than any leading bar soap. So go get messy, mussy, gloppy, sloppy, filthy, nasty, ugly, dirty. Get dirty. We'll lava you clean. Get dirty. Rubby, rubby. We'll lava you clean. Get dirty. Rubby, rubby.
Do you think they'll be able to tell? Nope.
One of these twins just shampooed with Prel. The other used Prel yesterday. Can you tell which one is which?
Because your hair looks just as fresh as mine. Feels fresh, too. Yeah, so does mine.
Prel's freshness lasts so long, even the next day, it's hard to tell the difference from just shampooed hair. So which twin shampooed yesterday?
If they can't tell, I don't see why we should. You always have to have the last word, and no, I don't.
With Prel, even the next day, it's hard to tell you didn't just shampoo.
In the world of golf, there are many challenges. And then there is the Masters. Next weekend on CBS Sports.
They play one tournament a year at Augusta, and it's the Masters. It'll be on CBS. Let's listen now to Del Harris, the coach of the Houston Rockets.
The only thing I want you to do a better job of is when that clock gets down to about a dozen on there, when it shows you about a 12, call the red and get one of the big guys out, and let's bring it back in off that pick and roll. All right? Yes.
I would say Del Harris about to lose his voice over there, Bill. Everyone has put every ounce of energy. Here's Tom Henderson, who has 5 assists in this game, all in this quarter. Kansas City at the end of 3, leading. Magic tries to save it. Houston will have it with a fresh 24 seconds on the clock.
Good block by Kareem. See, what they're trying to do is take advantage of the fact that Jamal Wilkes has 5 fouls. There's the block right there.
Back to the live action. Reed changed his shot and didn't get it to drop. And we have a foul on Reed, who tried to follow over the top of Kareem.
Again, that's that same foul I was talking about that Jamal Wilkes made. When you miss the shot you think you should make, or you take a shot you shouldn't make, and they get the ball to try to make up for it by stealing the ball in the backcourt. And it very rarely works.
You saw the turnovers. The Lakers with 11. Michael Cooper will check in. Now checking the foul situation for the Lakers. Wilkes with 5, Magic Johnson with 4, Kareem with 3. Dunleavy has 4, Murphy 3, Holtz 3, and Malone 3. And I think it's interesting that Murphy hasn't been in this game now, after going 1 for 8 in the first half.
Well, 2 things. First of all, Houston's playing pretty much the way they want to play. And so you keep that lineup that's playing the way you want to play as long as you possibly can. And another contributing factor is that Murphy's not shooting well.
Kareem now with 22 points. Moses Malone, rebound Kareem. 69-65, a chance to cut it for 2. He almost shot that one in. Nixon tried to set up Cooper and almost hit the field goal. Look at the pressure by Magic in the backcourt. Robert Reed. It takes a lot of time. They already only have 15 seconds on the shot clock because of the pressure by Johnson in the backcourt. Henderson. Into Billy Paultz. Magic playing tough defense. And broken up. It was kicked. Kicked by Los Angeles. And they got a foul coming up.
Here's that pass that Nixon tried to get to Michael Cooper. It hit the rim, though. So it was off just a little bit. And a foul on Reed going to the basket. I don't know if he's getting 1 or 2, though.
Bill, that is the 4th foul on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's who they called it on. The 15th foul against Los Angeles. And now Murphy will get ready to come in. Now, once again, let me state it. Wilkes with 5, Magic Johnson with 4, and Kareem with 4. And we still have 1:08 left in this 3rd quarter. That is problems as far as Paul Westhead is concerned. 71-65, exactly a minute left to go in this 3rd quarter. 12 points now for Robert Reed. Cooper almost didn't see the ball. Michael Cooper, he walked with the ball. And right now, L.A. losing a little bit of poise. As Murphy checks into the game, Robert Reed will sit down. That means Willoughby, Malone, Paultz, Murphy, and Henderson in the lineup. There's your time left in the 3rd quarter. 13 turnovers against L.A., only 5 against Houston. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Calvin Murphy, stolen by Magic. Willoughby reaches in, look out. Magic stepped on the ball, it's going to be off of Houston. I'll tell you, Magic has not scored, but he hasn't quit playing hard.
This is what you do when you're a good player. In some parts of the game just don't work that day. Sometimes it's shooting, sometimes it's rebounding, sometimes you can't handle the ball as well. But you got to keep playing and use all the other skills. And you got to emphasize the other skills more.
Mark Landsberger, their rebounder. As Paul Westhead said, he's our thug. We get him in there to hit the boards. And he had a very big rebound in the game Friday night.
Yeah, he got a 3-point play out of it, in fact.
That foul, sending Magic Johnson to the line. The foul on Willoughby, his 2nd. The penalty is in. Both sides now in the penalty. Magic has 3 points in this game. Only 1 field goal. Jim Brewer now checks in. Number 8. They'll get him in there for his rebounding. And he missed both of them. 71-65.
This
30
is the same
seconds.
thing in the first game. They missed a lot of free throws in the last half.
They are 15 of 26 in this game, Bill. There's the time left. third quarter. And we're coming down to the final quarter to decide the entire issue. Willoughby. Willoughby with the screen by Billy Pulse. Rebound, Michael Cooper. You see the time, 10 seconds. The last trip down the floor in this third quarter. Magic to Landsberger. Beautiful pass. Calvin Murphy, well, he won, but he didn't have enough time to do that. So our third quarter has come to a close. Watch this
Good
pass
pass
by
by Magic Johnson. Right there, man wide open, going to the basket. Gives him a fake because Willoughby was there to try to block it if he went up at first.
10 tough, mean beards versus one Bic shaver. Can one Bic shave them all?
Bic, say your prayers. My beard's gonna send this Bic to the showers.
That Bic is gonna beg for mercy.
It's amazing. It looks like one Bic shaver is going to shave these 10 tough beards.
Looks like Bic wins. I got a great shave also.
No way. Let me see the replay. Yes, one Bic shaved these 10 tough beards. How many shaves can you get?
Next week on CBS Sports Saturday, it's great heavyweight boxing when undefeated Greg Page battles tough Marty Monroe. Be ringside next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports. The NBA on CBS will continue after this word from your local station.
It's goodbye Jefferson's as Marla Gibb becomes a hotel's executive housekeeper and the manager's as bad as George. Checking in premieres Thursday.
Diana Ross, eat your heart out.
This is CBS.
When this stuff dies, it comes back to haunt you. Crabgrass. Just one plant leaves up to 100,000 seeds behind. So if you had crabgrass last summer, it'll be back. Here's what you need. Turf Builder plus Holtz, crabgrass preventer and fertilizer. It puts down a barrier so the crabgrass can't sprout, while it helps thicken your lawn. But don't wait. Right now, there's millions of crabgrass seeds out there just waiting to grow.
Turf Builder plus Holtz from Scott's.
Moving on. The Levi's jeans for guys that run with the fashion.
Moving on jeans, style stretch for miles.
Miles of moving on styles.
Jeans that make them stop and stare. Moving on will take you anywhere.
Moving on jeans for guys with the fashion.
Levi's moving on jeans.
Len Berman, Sports Update tonight at 11:45.
NBA basketball. It's a moving experience.
The preceding announcement was furnished by the National Basketball Association. This reminder, be sure and stay tuned for the most valuable player at the conclusion of the game. Well, Bill Russell, 12 minutes remain in the season for one of these two clubs.
In the third quarter, Houston dominated it, not by much, but just enough.
Landsberger starts this fourth quarter. Calvin Murphy committing the foul.
And the third quarter was the poorest played quarter of this three-game series.
This Kansas City team, playing without Phil Ford, has shocked Portland. Look at this in the fourth quarter. 2 overtime decisions before. Losing at home and winning on the road, trying to win again on the road, as is Houston. Magic Johnson. Now that's only his second field goal of the game. 71-69. The world champion, Los Angeles Lakers. And they are struggling. They are facing a team from Houston who wants to continue their season. 11:21 left. The crowd picking up the tempo a little bit, picking up the noise. That's going to be off of Moses Malone, and now Los Angeles with a chance to tie the game. They could tie it. The biggest lead of this game, twice, 7 points by the Houston Rockets. Norm Nixon, Henderson on him. Nixon, tough shot. Landsberger with another big rebound. The Magic Johnson. Magic to Kareem. Blocked by Moses Malone. Out it comes to Calvin Murphy. I don't know how much he got of that ball, but he was up there with him.
He had enough of it.
Tom Henderson. Still a 2-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Reed, Magic, looking in on in. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Reed, a lean in. Moses rips it down, but wait a minute. Joe Gashue says a foul on Moses Malone. Malone ripped it away. That was a very, very poor shot by Robert Reed.
He was trying to get the foul, and they could have possibly called an offensive foul on him. If they had been lucky, they would have, because Moses wouldn't have picked up that other foul.
Now, both big men have 4 fouls on him, Malone and Kareem.
Now, here's the play. He tried to get him up in the air, and then he jumped in. And Magic jumped away, and then here's the foul right there.
They really had time, Bill. He had about 8 seconds on the shot clock when he made that move. But again, only Robert Reed knows the pressure that he is going under right now with 10:30 left in this fourth quarter. 71-69. So again, the Lakers have a chance
inside, if not go to Cooper.
tie this game.
Mark, switch side. 5 up, Bagley.
There's Westhead.
Now, with the Lakers, they need to tie the game now very badly, because they need to take over control of the game so that the game is played their speed at this particular time. That is the way they're going to have to, if they're going to win the game, they're going to have to take over control of tempo. And it's not going to be easy, because this Houston team is a tough team.
Remember, the Lakers are 5-20 in games that have failed after 3 quarters. That's going to go on Kareem.
That's called a goaltending.
Did they? Goaltending?
On young Willoughby, I believe.
That's what they did. Willoughby, goaltending, and it's all even, 71 all. Remember now, the Lakers, when they trailed after 3 quarters of play, are 1-9 at home, 5-20 for the year, and they trailed after 3 quarters. But they're even now, 71 all. Calvin Murphy. And now, if he starts to get on track, that could be a big factor for Houston. Michael Cooper. Beautiful.
That's that transition game. You know, you make a tough shot. Murphy made a good shot, and before you can appreciate it all, the Lakers had a layup.
73 all, we're even again. 9:45, Landsberger. What a job he has done. Magic. He is fouled. Henderson with the intentional foul reaching in there.
That was a good
Magic
foul.
Almost made it.
And that was a good foul on Henderson's part. Making 2 free throws. He has not been shooting well. He missed the last 2 free throws. Make him make both of them. So there's a foul right there to make sure he doesn't make it.
There's timeout. It's all even. 73 all at the Forum in Los Angeles.
Everything's rugged in Maine, Vermont, and Alaska, including driving conditions and the price of gas. In all 3 states, the #1 imported car is Subaru. Because our front and four-wheel drive cars are dependable, easy on gas, and easy to handle, and no matter where you live. Wouldn't it be great to have a car that's overqualified? Subaru, inexpensive, and built to stay that way.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
This is Rally Leader. You out there, Chuck?
We're pedaling as fast as we can.
Everybody else is here. Where are you?
Well, we've got ourselves sort of a weight handicap.
How'd that happen?
You guys just brought the bread and cheese. We got a whole trunk full of Lowenbrow.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Well, we're glad you made it.
Who, us or the Lowenbrow?
Out of the brew comes the ice blue freshness of Aquavelva. Out of the blue comes the Aquavelva man. Looking for the light scent, the clean scent, the fresh scent that comes from out of the blue. There's something about an Aquavelva man. Be one.
The Masters. In all the world, there are few events that can match this tournament for its tradition, drama, and excellence. The Masters, next weekend on CBS Sports.
Magic Johnson trying to give the Lakers the lead, the first lead they've had since they led 29-27, and he does. Let's look at the play a moment ago. I thought for a moment Kareem had picked up a foul. Well, we will in just a moment. We'll get to it in a moment. There it is. Moses tried to do a little play acting there. It didn't pay off. Willoughby got the goaltending call. 75-73. Magic now with 7 points. He's come alive offensively. So is Calvin Murphy, who hit his last shot. Willoughby out to Reed. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 4, 3. Murphy. Rebound, Willoughby. Picked up by Norm Nixon. Out to Magic Johnson. The Lakers by 2. Broken up. It's off of Houston. Los Angeles will have it with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Look at this. Kansas City leading by 7 in that fourth quarter.
And Portland is not going to give up, though.
The winner of that game will meet Phoenix in the minis, or I should say a best-of-7 series of semifinals. Kareem, a 4-point lead now for the Lakers. Kareem with 26 points. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who scored 21 and 27, now with 26 in this game. Calvin Murphy, the Rockets, down by 4. The biggest lead the Lakers have had. Reed, big basket in this game.
That relieves a little pressure.
77-75, Reed with 14. Paul Westhead going through some motion. Mike Dunleavy is getting ready to come into the Houston lineup. Del Harris, hang tough. Kareem on Moses. And walk to the ball.
Called traveling.
Pretty good defense that time by Moses Malone. Now Dunleavy comes in. Tom Henderson will sit down. 8-18.
The reason that they want to put Dunleavy in, he's a better outside shooter than Tom Henderson. And the way the Lakers have dropped everything in the middle, they want someone to have Robert Reed and another good outside shooter there so they can peck away the outside, a guy that can shoot without moving.
The Rockets want to tie it up. They trail by 2 with 8 minutes left in the game. Murphy to Billy Pulse. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Robert Reed, and he has hit 2 pressure shots for this team. 16 points for Reed. Look at this. 77 all. The world champion Lakers going to go down to the very end, and this is something. What great playoff basketball we're having. We got a long ways to go. Nixon. Calvin Murphy. Look at the battle between these two. Moses Malone brings it down. Kareem has to be careful. He's playing with 4 fouls. Both of them are, for that matter. Dunleavy with Norm Nixon on him. 7:23 left in the game. The winner to play San Antonio. The loser, the season's all over. Dunleavy to Pulse. To repeat as world champions, it is tough. Reed misses. Malone was off balance that time. He and Landsberger were positioning for a rebound. Magic Johnson, Reed blocked it. What playoff action we're having, Bill. Just remarkable individual efforts. Calvin Murphy. And now Calvin, who was 1 for 8 in that first half, has given the Rockets a lead. They have 12 points after trailing by 4. Now they lead by 2.
6 straight points. And good defense, too.
Time remaining, you see it. 6:44. Kareem ties it up. Well,
oh, boy.
I'll tell you, you feel it, don't you? You can really feel it where we are. There's just electricity right now in this place. And to think this is just the mini-series. Just the mini-series. We have a semifinals, a finals, a championship right here on CBS. Calvin Murphy to Billy Pulse. Rebound Kareem. The Lakers now with a chance to take the lead. Magic, Reed on him. Magic go back out. Look at that pass to Landsberger. He's off balance. He tries to follow. We have a loose ball foul. Robert Reed commits the foul. I'll tell you, Landsberger has really helped this Laker basketball
team. He was just trying to draw the foul on that one, too, because he got the offensive board. He didn't have much of a chance to take a good shot. There. There's the foul.
There's Landsberger sitting down, and a job well done by this 6'8" forward out of Arizona State. A timeout. 6:06 to go, and we're all even at the Forum.
We've got 14 fouls.
Nixon. The Lakers by 2. Broken up. It's off of Houston. Los Angeles will have it with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Look at this. Kansas City leading by 7 in that fourth quarter.
And Portland's not going to give up, though.
The winner of that game will meet Phoenix in the minis, or I should say a best-of-7 series of semifinals. Kareem, a 4-point lead now for the Lakers. Kareem with 26 points. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who scored 21 and 27, now with 26 in this game. Calvin Murphy, the Rockets, down by 4. The biggest lead the Lakers have had. Reed, big basket in this game.
That relieves a little pressure.
77-75, Reed with 14. Paul Westhead going through some motion. Mike Dunleavy is getting ready to come into the Houston lineup. Del Harris, hang tough. Kareem on Moses. And walk to the ball.
Called traveling.
Pretty good defense that time by Moses Malone. Now Dunleavy comes in. Tom Henderson will sit down. 8-18.
The reason that they want to put Dunleavy in, he's a better outside shooter than Tom Henderson. And the way the Lakers have dropped everything in the middle, they want someone to have Robert Reed and another good outside shooter there so they can peck away the outside, a guy that can shoot without moving.
The Rockets want to tie it up. They trail by 2 with 8 minutes left in the game. Murphy to Billy Pulse. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Robert Reed, and he has hit 2 pressure shots for this team. 16 points for Reed. Look at this. 77 all. The world champion Lakers are going to go down to the very end, and this is something. What great playoff basketball we're having. We got a long ways to go. Nixon. Calvin Murphy. Look at the battle between these two. Moses Malone brings it down. Kareem has to be careful. He's playing with 4 fouls. Both of them are, for that matter. Dunleavy with Norm Nixon on him. 7:23 left in the game. The winner to play San Antonio. The loser of the season's all over. Dunleavy to Pulse. To repeat as world champions, it is tough. Reed misses. Malone was off balance that time. He and Landsberger were positioning for a rebound. Magic Johnson, Reed blocked it. What playoff action we're having, Bill. Just remarkable individual efforts. Calvin Murphy. And now Calvin, who was 1 for 8 in that first half, has given the Rockets a lead. They have 12 points after trailing by 4. Now they lead by 2.
6 straight points. And good defense, too.
Time remaining, you see it, 6:44. Kareem ties it up. Well,
oh, boy.
I'll tell you, you feel it, don't you? You can really feel it where we are. There's just electricity right now in this place. And to think this is just the mini-series. Just the mini-series. We have the semifinals, the finals, a championship right here on CBS. Calvin Murphy, the Billy Pulse. Rebound, Kareem. The Lakers now with a chance to take the lead. Magic, Reed on him. Magic go back out. Look at that pass to Landsberger. He's off balance. He tries to follow. We have a loose ball foul. Robert Reed commits a foul. I'll tell you, Landsberger has really helped this Laker basketball team.
He was just trying to draw the foul on that one, too, because he got the offensive board. He didn't have much of a chance to take a good shot. There. Now, there's the foul.
There's Landsberger sitting down, and a job well done by the 6'8" forward out of Arizona State. A timeout is called. 6:06 to go, and we're all even at the Forum.
We've got 14 fouls.
To Subaru, an economy car is only economical if it stands up year after year. Spending less at the pump is no bargain if you start spending more at the garage. And a study of Subaru owners, Road and Track magazine said, quote, one of the most trouble-free cars we've surveyed. That makes Subaru the economy car it pays to hold on to. Year after year after year. Subaru, inexpensive and built to stay that way.
Outside, the Canon NP200 may look like any small car.
Norm Nixon bringing the ball up. Looking there. Gives it to Magic. It goes in. There's the contact right there.
Did he have position?
I'm not sure.
As the damp morning fog creeps through the porthole, a pasty film covers the Dudwicks' mouths. They wake with the worst breath of the day.
Morning. Scope?
I'll use mine.
Yours leaves your breath medicine-y, not minty like Scope.
Mine kills germs.
Scope kills germs.
Come on.
Try.
Minty fresh.
And?
Kills germs.
Morning.
Scope fights bad breath, doesn't give medicine breath.
Do-it-yourselfers, get dirty. Get gritty, grimy, greasy, slimy, dirty, dusty, dungy, grungy. Get dirty.
We'll lava you clean.
Lava with pumice digs in, powers out tough dirt. Cleaner, faster, better than any leading bar soap. So go get messy, mussy, gloppy, sloppy, filthy, nasty, ugly, dirty. Get dirty.
We'll lava you clean.
Get dirty. Rubby, rubby.
We'll lava you clean.
Get dirty.
Rubby, rubby. Do you think they'll be able to tell? Nope.
One of these twins just shampooed with Prel. The other used Prel yesterday. Can you tell which one is which?
Because your hair looks just as fresh as mine. Feels fresh, too. Yeah, so does mine.
Prel's freshness lasts so long, even the next day, it's hard to tell the difference from just shampooed hair. So which twin shampooed yesterday?
If they can't tell, I don't see why we should. You always have to have the last word. No, I
With
don't.
Prel, even the next day, it's hard to tell you didn't just shampoo.
In the world of golf, there are many challenges. And then there is the Masters. Next weekend on CBS Sports.
They play one tournament a year at Augusta, and it's the Masters. It'll be on CBS. Let's listen now to Del Harris, the coach of the Houston Rockets.
The only thing I want you to do a better job of is when that clock gets down to about a dozen on there, when it shows you about a 12, call the red and get one of the big guys out, and let's bring it back in off that pick and roll. All right? Yes.
I would say Del Harris about to lose his voice over there, Bill. Everyone has put every ounce of energy. Here's Tom Henderson, who has 5 assists in this game, all in this quarter. Kansas City at the end of 3, leading. Magic tries to save it. Houston will have it with a fresh 24 seconds on the clock.
Good block by Kareem. See, what they're trying to do is take advantage of the fact that Jamal Wilkes has 5 fouls. There's the block right there.
Back to the live action. Reed changed his shot and didn't get it to drop, and we have a foul on Reed, who tried to follow over the top of Kareem.
Again, that's that same foul I was talking about that Jamal Wilkes made. When you miss the shot you think you should make, or you take a shot you shouldn't make, and they get the ball to try to make up for it by sticking the ball in the backcourt, and it very rarely works.
You saw the turnovers. The Lakers with 11. Michael Cooper will check in. Now, checking the foul situation for the Lakers. Wilkes with 5, Magic Johnson with 4, Kareem with 3. Dunleavy has 4, Murphy 3, Holtz 3, and Malone 3. And I think it's interesting that Murphy hasn't been in this game now, after going 1 for 8 in the first half.
Well, 2 things. First of all, Houston's playing pretty much the way they want to play. And so you keep that lineup that's playing the way you want to play as long as you possibly can. And another kind of contributing factor is that Murphy's not shooting well.
Kareem now with 22 points. Moses Malone, rebound Kareem. 69-65, a chance to cut it to 2. He almost shot that one in. Nixon tried to set up Cooper and almost hit the field goal. Look at the pressure by Magic in the backcourt. Robert Reed. It takes a lot of time. They already only have 15 seconds on the shot clock because of the pressure by Johnson in the backcourt. Henderson. Into Billy Paultz. Magic playing tough defense. And broken up. It was kicked. Kicked by Los Angeles. And they got a foul coming up.
Here's that pass that Nixon tried to get to Michael Cooper. It hit the rim, though. So it was off just a little bit. And a foul on Reed going to the basket. I don't know if he's getting 1 or 2, though.
Bill, that is the 4th foul on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's who they called it. The 15th foul against Los Angeles. And now Murphy will get ready to come in. Now, once again, let me state it. Wilkes with 5, Magic Johnson with 4, and Kareem with 4. And we still have 1:08 left in this 3rd quarter. That is problems. far as Paul Westhead is concerned. 71-65, exactly a minute left to go in this third quarter. 12 points now for Robert Reed. Cooper almost didn't see the ball. Michael Cooper, he walked to the ball. And right now, L.A. losing a little bit of poise. As Murphy checks into the game, Robert Reed will sit down. That means Willoughby, Malone, Paltz, Murphy, and Henderson in the lineup. There's your time left in the third quarter. 13 turnovers against L.A., only 5 against Houston. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Calvin Murphy, stolen by Magic. Willoughby reaches in, look out. Magic stepped on the ball. It's going to be off of Houston. I'll tell you, Magic has not scored, but he hasn't quit playing hard.
This is what you do when you're a good player. In some parts of the game, just don't work that day. Sometimes it's shooting, sometimes it's rebounding, sometimes you can't handle the ball as well. But you got to keep playing and use all the other skills. And you got to emphasize the other skills more.
Mark Landsberger, their rebounder. As Paul Westhead said, he's our thug. We get him in there to hit the boards. And he had a very big rebound in the game Friday night.
Yeah, he got a three-point play out of it, in fact.
That foul, sending Magic Johnson to the line. The foul on Willoughby, his second. The penalty is in. Both sides now in the penalty. Magic has 3 points in this game. Only 1 field goal. Jim Brewer now checks in. Number 8. They'll get him in there for his rebounding. And he missed both of them. 71-65.
This
30
is the same
seconds.
thing in the first game. They missed a lot of free throws in the last half.
They are 15 of 26 in this game, Bill. There's the time left. Third quarter. And we're coming down to the final quarter to decide the entire issue. Willoughby. Willoughby with a screen by Billy Paltz. Rebound, Michael Cooper. You see the time, 10 seconds. The last trip down the floor in this third quarter. Magic to Landsberger. Beautiful pass. Calvin Murphy, well, he won, but he didn't have enough time to do that. So our third quarter has come to a close. Watch this
Good
pass
pass by Magic Johnson. Right there, man wide open going to the basket. Gives him a fake because Willoughby was there to try to block it if he went up in first.
10 tough, mean beards versus 1 big shaver. Can 1 big shave them all?
Bick, say your prayers. My beard's gonna send this Bick to the showers.
That Bick is gonna beg for mercy.
It's amazing. It looks like 1 big shaver is going to shave these 10 tough beards.
Looks like Bick wins. I got a great shave also. No way. Let me see the replay.
Yes, 1 big shave these 10 tough beards. How many shaves can you get?
Next week on CBS Sports Saturday, it's great heavyweight boxing when undefeated Greg Page battles tough Marty Monroe. Be ringside next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports. The NBA on CBS will continue after this word from your local station.
It's goodbye Jefferson's as Marla Gibb becomes a hotel's executive housekeeper and the manager's as bad as George. Checking in premieres Thursday.
Diana Ross, eat your heart out.
This is CBS.
When this stuff dies, it comes back to haunt you. Crabgrass. Just one plant leaves up to 100,000 seeds behind. So if you had crabgrass last summer, it'll be back. Here's what you need. Turf Builder plus Holtz, crabgrass preventer and fertilizer. It puts down a barrier so the crabgrass can't sprout, while it helps thicken your lawn. But don't wait. Right now, there's millions of crabgrass seeds out there just waiting to grow.
Turf Builder plus Holtz from Scott's.
Moving on. The Levi's jeans for guys that run with the fashion.
Moving on jeans, style stretch for miles.
Miles of moving on styles.
Jeans that make them stop and stare. Moving on will take you anywhere.
Moving on jeans for guys with the fashion.
Levi's moving on jeans.
Len Berman, Sports Update tonight at 11:45.
basketball. It's a moving experience.
The preceding announcement was furnished by the National Basketball Association. This reminder, be sure and stay tuned for the most valuable player at the conclusion of the game. Well, Bill Russell, 12 minutes remain in the season for one of these two clubs.
In the third quarter, Houston dominated it, not by much, but just enough.
Hansberger starts this fourth quarter. Calvin Murphy committing the foul.
And the third quarter was the poorest played quarter of this three-game series.
This Kansas City team, playing without Phil Ford, has shocked Portland. Look at this in the fourth quarter. 2 overtime decisions before. Losing at home and winning on the road, trying to win again on the road, as is Houston. Magic Johnson. Now that's only a second field goal of the game. 71-69. The world champion, Los Angeles Lakers. And they are struggling. They are facing a team from Houston who wants to continue their season. 11:21 left. The crowd picking up the tempo a little bit, picking up the noise. That's going to be off of Moses Malone, and now Los Angeles with a chance to tie the game. They could tie it. The biggest lead of this game twice, 7 points by the Houston Rockets. Norm Nixon, Henderson on him. Nixon, tough shot. Hansberger with another big rebound. To Magic Johnson. Magic to Kareem. Blocked by Moses Malone. Out it comes to Calvin Murphy. I don't know how much he got of that ball, but he was up there with him.
He had enough of it.
Tom Henderson. Still a 2-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Reed, Magic, looking in on in. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Reed, a lean in. Moses rips it down, but wait a minute. Joe Gashue says a foul on Moses Malone. Malone ripped it away. That was a very, very poor shot by Robert Reed.
He was trying to get the foul, and they could have possibly called an offensive foul on him. If they had been lucky, they would have, because Moses wouldn't have picked up that other foul.
Now, both big men have 4 fouls on them, Malone and Kareem.
Now, here's the play. He tried to get him up in the air, and then he jumped in. And Magic jumped away, and then here's the foul right there.
They really had time, Bill. He had about 8 seconds on the shot clock when he made that move. But again, only Robert Reed knows the pressure that he is going under right now with 10:33 left in this fourth quarter. 71-69. So again, the Lakers have a chance
inside, if not go to
tie this game.
Mark switch side. 5 up regular.
There's Westhead.
Now with the Lakers, they need to tie the game now very badly, because they need to take over control of the game so that the game is played their speed at this particular time. That is the way they're going to have to, if they're going to win the game, they're going to have to take over control of the tempo. And it's not going to be easy, because this Houston team is a tough team.
Remember, the Lakers are 5-20 in games that have trailed after 3 quarters. That's going to go on Kareem. That's
called a goaltending.
Did they? Goaltending?
On young Willoughby, I believe.
That's what they did. Willoughby goaltending, and it's all even, 71 all. Remember now, the Lakers, when they've trailed after 3 quarters of play, are 1-9 at home, 5-20 for the year, and they trailed after 3 quarters. But they're even now, 71 all. Calvin Murphy, and now if he starts to get on track, that could be a big factor for Houston. Michael Cooper, beautiful.
That's that transition game. You know, you make a tough shot. Murphy made a good shot, and before you can appreciate it all, the Lakers had a layup.
73 all, we're even again. 9:45, Landsberger. What a job he has done. Magic. He is fouled. Henderson with the intentional foul reaching in there.
That was a good
Magic
foul.
Almost made it.
And that was a good foul on Henderson's part. Make him shoot the free throws. He has not been shooting. We'll miss the last 2 free throws. Make him make both of them. So there's the foul right there to make sure he doesn't make it.
There's timeout. It's all even. 73 all at the Forum in Los Angeles.
Everything's rugged in Maine, Vermont, and Alaska, including driving conditions and the price of gas.
In all 3 states, the #1 imported car is Subaru. Because our front and four-wheel drive cars are dependable, easy on gas, and easy to handle, and no matter where you live. Wouldn't it be great to have a car that's overqualified? Subaru, inexpensive, and built to stay that way.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Bring it to fourth. This is rally leader. You out there, Chuck?
We're pedaling as fast as we can.
Everybody else is here. Where are you?
Well, we've got ourselves sort of a weight handicap.
How'd that happen?
You guys just brought the bread and cheese. We got a whole trunk full of Lowenbrow.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Well, we're glad you made it.
Who, us or the Lowenbrow?
Out of the blue comes the ice blue freshness of Aquavelva. Out of the blue comes the Aquavelva man. Looking for the light scent, the clean scent, the fresh scent that comes from out of the blue. There's something about an Aquavelva man. Be one.
The Masters. In all the world, there are few events that can match this tournament for its tradition, drama, and excellence. The Masters, next weekend on CBS Sports.
Magic Johnson trying to give the Lakers the lead, the first lead they've had since they led 29-27, and he does. Let's look at the play a moment ago. I thought for a moment Kareem had picked up a foul. Well, we will just a moment. We'll get to it in a moment. There it is. Moses tried to do a little play acting there. It didn't pay off. Willoughby got the goaltending call. 75-73. Magic now with 7 points. He's come alive offensively. So is Calvin Murphy, who hit his last shot. Willoughby out to Reed. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 4, 3. Murphy. Rebound, Willoughby. Picked up by Norm Nixon. Out to Magic Johnson. The Lakers by 2. Broken up. It's off of Houston. Los Angeles will have it with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Look at this. Kansas City leading by 7 in that fourth quarter.
And Portland is not going to give up, though.
The winner of that game will meet Phoenix in the minis, or I should say a best-of-7 series of semifinals. Kareem, a 4-point lead now for the Lakers. Kareem with 26 points. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who scored 21 and 27, now with 26 in this game. Calvin Murphy, the Rockets, down by 4. The biggest lead the Lakers have had. Reed, big basket in this game.
That relieves a little pressure.
77-75, Reed with 14. Paul Westhead going through some motion. Mike Dunleavy is getting ready to come into the Houston lineup. Del Harris, hang tough. Kareem on Moses. And he walked to the ball.
Called traveling.
Pretty good defense that time by Moses Malone. Now Dunleavy comes in. Tom Henderson will sit down. 8-18.
The reason that they want to put Dunleavy in, he's a better outside shooter than Tom Henderson. And the way the Lakers have dropped everything in the middle, they want someone to have Robert Reed and another good outside shooter there so they can peck away the outside, a guy that can shoot without moving.
The Rockets want to tie it up. They trail by 2 with 8 minutes left in the game. Murphy to Billy Pulse. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Robert Reed, and he has hit 2 pressure shots for this team. 16 points for Reed. Look at this. 77 all. The world champion Lakers going to go down to the very end, and this is something. What great playoff basketball we're having. We got a long ways to go. Nixon. Calvin Murphy. Look at the battle between these 2. Moses Malone brings it down. Kareem has to be careful. He's playing with 4 fouls. Both of them are, for that matter. Dunleavy with Norm Nixon on him. 7:23 left in the game. The winner to play San Antonio. The loser of the season's all over. Dunleavy to Pulse. To repeat as world champions, it is tough. Reed misses. Malone was off balance that time. He and Landsberger were positioning for a rebound. Magic Johnson, Reed blocked it. What playoff action we're having, Bill. Just remarkable individual efforts. Calvin Murphy. And now Calvin, who was 1 for first half has given the Rockets a lead. They have 12 points after trailing by 4. Now they lead by 2.
6 straight points. And good defense, too.
Time remaining, you see it, 6:44. Kareem ties it up. Well,
oh, boy.
I'll tell you, you feel it, don't you? You can really feel it where we are. There's just electricity right now in this place. And to think this is just the mini-series. Just the mini-series. We have the semifinals, the finals, a championship right here on CBS. Calvin Murphy, the Billy Pulse. Rebound, Kareem. The Lakers now with a chance to take the lead. Magic, read on him. Magic go back out. Look at that pass to Landsberger. He's off balance. He tries to follow. We have a loose ball foul. Robert Reed commits the foul. I'll tell you, Landsberger has really helped this Laker basketball
team. He was just trying to draw the foul on that one, too, because he got the offensive board. He didn't have much of a chance to take a good shot. There. Now, there's the foul.
There's Landsberger sitting down, and a job well done by the 6'8" forward out of Arizona State. A timeout is called. 6:06 to go, and we're all even at the Forum.
We've got 14 fouls.
The Lakers by 2. Broken up. It's off of Houston. Los Angeles will have it with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Look at this. Kansas City leading by 7 in that fourth quarter.
And Portland is not going to give up, though.
The winner of that game will meet Phoenix in the minis, or I should say a best-of-7 series of semifinals. Kareem, a 4-point lead now for the Lakers. Kareem with 26 points. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who scored 21 and 27, now with 26 in this game. Calvin Murphy, the Rockets, down by 4. The biggest lead the Lakers have had. Reed, big basket in this game.
That relieves a little pressure.
77-75, Reed with 14. Paul Westhead going through some motion. Mike Dunleavy is getting ready to come into the Houston lineup. Del Harris, hang tough. Kareem on Moses. And walk to the ball.
Called traveling.
Pretty good defense that time by Moses Malone. Now Dunleavy comes in. Tom Henderson will sit down. 8-18.
The reason that they want to put Dunleavy in, he's a better outside shooter than Tom Henderson. And the way the Lakers have dropped everything in the middle, they want someone to have Robert Reed and another good outside shooter there so they can peck away the outside, a guy that can shoot without moving.
The Rockets want to tie it up. They trail by 2 with 8 minutes left in the game. Murphy to Billy Pulse. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Robert Reed, and he has hit 2 pressure shots for this team. 16 points for Reed. Look at this. 77 all. The world champion Lakers are going to go down to the very end, and this is something. What great playoff basketball we're having. We got a long ways to go. Nixon. Calvin Murphy. Look at the battle between these two. Moses Malone brings it down. Kareem has to be careful. He's playing with 4 fouls. Both of them are, for that matter. Dunleavy with Norm Nixon on him. 7:23 left in the game. The winner to play San Antonio. The loser of the season's all over. Dunleavy to Pulse. To repeat as world champions, it is tough. Reed misses. Malone was off balance that time. He and Landsberger were positioning for a rebound. Magic Johnson, Reed blocked it. What playoff action we're having, Bill. Just remarkable individual efforts. Calvin Murphy. And now Calvin, who was 1 for 8 in that first half, has given the Rockets a lead. They have 12 points after trailing by 4. Now they lead by 2.
6 straight points. And good defense, too.
Time remaining, you see it, 6:44. Kareem ties it up. Well,
oh, boy.
I'll tell you, you feel it, don't you? You can really feel it where we are. There's just electricity right now in this place. And to think this is just the mini-series. Just the mini-series. We have the semifinals, the finals, a championship right here on CBS. Calvin Murphy, the Billy Pulse. Rebound, Kareem. The Lakers now with a chance to take the lead. Magic, read on him. Magic go back out. Look at that pass to Landsberger. He's off balance. He tries to follow. We have a loose ball foul. Robert Reed commits the foul. I'll tell you, Landsberger has really helped this Laker basketball
team. He was
team.
just trying to draw the foul on that one, too, because he got the offensive board. He didn't have much of a chance to take a good shot. There. Now, there's the foul.
There's Landsberger sitting down, and a job well done by the 6'8" forward out of Arizona State. A timeout is called. 6:06 to go, and we're all even at the Forum.
We've got 14 fouls
To Subaru, an economy car is only economical if it stands up year after year. Spending less at the pump is no bargain if you start spending more at the garage. In a study of Subaru owners, Road and Track magazine said, quote, one of the most trouble-free cars we've surveyed. That makes Subaru the economy car it pays to hold on to. Year after year after year. Subaru, inexpensive and built to stay that way.
Outside, the Canon NP200 may look like any small copier, but inside there's a world of difference, a world of micronics, where 20 copies a minute are not only possible, but made reliable with a microcomputer. Fiber optics precisely defines your image, and a toner projection system gives you clear copies on virtually any paper. Up to 11 by 17. Compact in size and price, the Canon NP200 is definitely worth looking into.
Hey, where's my kid?
Celotex salutes the builders of America for using 400 million Sol-Seal roofing shingles last year. Celotex salutes the architects of America for using 30 million dimensional shake asphalt shingles. Celotex salutes the roofers of America for using new Celotex glass fiber shingles in untold numbers. Because without their dedication and Celotex, America would be very wet.
Next week on CBS Sports Saturday, it's great heavyweight boxing when undefeated Greg Page battles tough Marty Monroe. Be ringside next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports.
That's the premiere of CBS Sports Saturday. Brent Musburger will be hosting that, and throughout the playoffs, he'll be giving us highlights and feature pieces. Look at this. Fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes to go. Kansas City leading. We're all equal here. 79 all. 6:06 left in this game. The matchups, Malone with 21 points, 11 rebounds, Kareem 28 and 15. Magic to follow. His shooting game has deserted him here today. Robert Reed, who committed his 5th foul before that last timeout, comes down with a rebound. 5 fouls on Reed, 5 fouls on Wilkes. Reed, who has really come on, has 16 points, hitting 7 of 18, and Pulse hits one. And again, the Rockets with a 2-point lead. 81-79. 5:30 left in somebody's season. Norm Nixon into Kareem. Kareem with 28. Nixon. Pulse went up above him. Kareem. 30 points for the man. 81 all. In that timeout, Del Harris, the coach of Houston, says play as hard as you can. That's all that matters. That may be what it's come down to. All the strategy, all of everything now down to who plays the hardest. Loose ball foul. Is that on Kareem?
Yes.
Kareem committing the foul. And he has 5. 5 on Kareem. Wilkes with 5.
Well, here's a shot. Now, here's whether he's holding, he seems to be holding Malone down. Yes, there's the foul right there. He had his elbow on the top of Malone's shoulder.
All right, when you have 5 fouls, Bill. Do you change your game, or you just go out and keep playing like you don't have 5?
Well, no, you can't play like you don't have foul. You just be a little more careful, but you try to accomplish certain things, and certain things you have to give up.
There's Dunleavy trying to take Kareem on him, and we have a foul inside on Los Angeles.
Probably Norm Nixon.
Let's see if we can pick it up on this.
So Dunleavy goes inside, and Kareem made him change it about 2 or 3 times. So here's Malone with the ball.
That was on Landsberger, Bill. They called it on Landsberger, his second team foul. Dunleavy again. Big basket, a 4-2-point lead, 83-81.
They let him go down the middle twice. At this point in the game, should never let anyone go down the middle. Make them go to the baseline, and that way they can't create. See, if you let them go down the middle, they can create too much problem for you. The big guys dump the ball, or they get the offensive boards too well. Because the big guy has to switch off. If not, then the guy gets a layup.
Magic Johnson at the line has hit only 2 of 13 from the field. That figures out to be 15%. He has a chance to tie it. That last foul, by the way, on Dunleavy. There's his statistics, but
that was his 5th foul.
That was his 5th foul. He comes out. Tom Henderson comes in for it. All even again. 83 all. 4:23 left to go. It's amazing it could come down to this in this best-of-3 series. Calvin Murphy, loose ball foul, spotted outside. Norm Nixon, Magic Johnson conferring with each other. They were a little upset that Murphy got inside on that play, and it's going to be Nixon with his 5th foul. Kareem, Jamal, and Norm Nixon all have 5 fouls now. They're going to run out of fouls. Into Moses Malone. 83 all our scores. Rebound Kareem. Off it comes to Nixon. See Landsberger and Fultz collide. Fultz gets up. Magic now will settle it down. Inside 4 minutes left. Fultz reaching over. The Magic. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 6, 5. And look at Landsberger. Bodies everywhere. Wilkes again. And they throw it away. Houston will have it. Magic Johnson on the floor, getting up slowly. He's okay. The body's running all over the place.
The game's getting a little rough, a little out of hand here.
15 turnovers against Los Angeles after that one.
Well, that was the key turnover when they could have gotten the lead there.
83 all. 3.5 minutes left. Henderson, Murphy. Well, you can see some of the excitement in this game. Murphy was looking to shoot, forgot to catch the ball, and Moses is fouled by Landsberger. Landsberger with a heavy hand on him that time.
Very heavy.
Landsberger now has committed his 3rd foul, 4th team foul against the Lakers. And we have a timeout called by the Houston Rockets. You see the time left, 3:22. Paul Westhead, his team in a real struggle, trying somehow to keep their hopes alive for back-to-back World's Championships.
In most commercials, the cars start up here with some help from a helicopter. But these babies from Subaru don't need help. They can switch from front to 4-wheel drive. And for tougher going, they keep going with a dual-range gearbox. Any cars would look good up here. But all Subaru 4-wheel drive cars even look good getting up here. Subaru, inexpensive, and built to stay that way.
Right Guard knows a man needs all the protection he can get. That's why a man needs Right Guard. Right Guard has a male effectiveness formula so strong, no matter which Right Guard you choose, it helps stop a man's perspiration odor all day long. A man works hard, but Right Guard works harder. Now there's new hard-working Right Guard Solid, too.
In the world of golf, there are many challenges. And then there is the Masters, next weekend on CBS Sports.
Well, I guess not everyone's really excited about this ball game.
She said, I can't stand it any longer.
Well, it's 83 all. 3 minutes and 22 seconds. I want to correct something I said earlier. I said Norm Nixon had 5 fouls. He, in fact, has 3. We had 2 number 10s on the scoreboard, but look at the foul difficulty. Kareem has 5. We have 5 against Wilkes, 5 against Dunleavy, and 5 against Robert Reed. Tom Henderson with Magic Johnson on him. 3:19 left in the game. Murphy with a pick by Pulse. Moses inside too far. Landsberger is really giving Moses Malone a battle.
What he's doing is when Moses gets in position right under the basket, he's pushing just enough so that he's under the basket.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Landsberger follows. And Pulse eventually gets it. Inside 3 minutes left. 83 all. Henderson to Malone. Landsberger. Big physical guy that he is. Cross court to Murphy. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Calvin Murphy hits another big one. You knew he would surface before it's over, wouldn't you? After that dismal first half. 85-83. 2-point lead now for the Rockets. Get up, Murphy! Nixon. 10 seconds on the shot clock to Kareem. And the foul. Billy Pulse committing the personal foul. No, Calvin Murphy. Murphy reaching in. There's Billy Pulse. His 11th straight year to be in the playoffs. That's a remarkable accomplishment. He had 5 of those with the Nets of the ABA, 4 with the Spurs, and now his 2nd year with the Houston Rockets. Kareem. Chance to tie it up with this free throw. Kareem with 31 points. He's also, Bill, 9 of 11 for the free throw line. 85 all. Henderson getting some instructions from Del Harris. Here is the final. Kansas City has won that mini-series over Portland. They will play Phoenix beginning Tuesday. Moses Malone outside to Tom Henderson. To Billy Pulse. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Henderson may have a fresh 24. Westhead thought there was some pushing inside. He wanted a foul. You can see him standing on the sideline discussing it with Ed Rush. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 1:44 to go. Calvin Murphy. Reed kept it in play. And they have another 24 seconds.
Now they've got to capitalize on it this time.
There's the time. 1:30 left. 12 seconds on the shot clock again. Malone. Rebound Kareem. We welcome the viewers of that Portland-Kansas City game. Kansas City winning their series. We have the same issue at stake here. Our time, 1:21 left in this game. We're all even. Houston and Los Angeles, 85 all. I'm Gary Bender along with Bill Russell. As a world champion, Los Angeles Lakers have a bitter struggle to the very end to decide who moves ahead against San Antonio.
Here's 2 good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
One solo and he's ready for the space program.
I'm going to set this thing down in about 10 minutes, and I expect a terrific reception.
How about us and a case of Lowenbrow?
Perfect.
When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Must have been great up there.
Oh, I don't know. It's pretty great down here.
Out here, we entertain ourselves at home. So we got an Atari video game. There's so many different games to play. We especially like Space Invaders. Zapping those little devils from outer space. It's fun. But personally, I think the whole idea of creatures from outer space is a little far-fetched.
No other company offers you as many different video game cartridges as Atari.
Next week on CBS Sports Saturday, it's great heavyweight boxing when undefeated Greg Page battles tough Marty Monroe. Be ringside next Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports.
There's the timeouts left. During that timeout, Bill Russell, Del Harris is anticipating they're going to go to Kareem. This trip down the floor as they attempt to break this 85 all time.
Well, if I were going to go with one of the guys on the Lakers at this point, it would be one of two guys, either Norm Nixon or Jamal Wilkes. Preferably Norm Nixon at this point, because they're going to be dropping off on Kareem and anticipating going to that. You got to know that. If you can get it to him, you go to him, of course.
Magic Johnson to Norm Nixon. Johnson, Nixon, Cooper, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Jamal Wilkes. Landsberger's out of there now.
Swing it! Swing it!
You see Westhead, the intensity on his face. We're all even 85 all. Kareem out to Nixon. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Rebound, Moses Malone. Now the Rockets the last time had 3 cracks at it. Couldn't convert it. Now they have a 4th attempt.
Well, they got the guy they want to shoot it.
They got the guy that wanted it. He did not get it to go down. We're going to stay right here with 54 seconds left. Bill, analyze the last 54. Can you believe we played all this and now we still have this issue up for grabs? So far in the miniseries, the visitors have won 7 out of 9 games, Bill, in the miniseries, with Kansas City defeating Portland earlier today. Let's
Bobby
listen.
Joe, let's see. You can throw it in, Whopper. We got 2 timeouts if you have to have it, all right? All right, so we got Whopper throwing it in. We got lining up. We got Tommy, got Mo, Robert, and Murph. All right, Mo sets a good pick for Murph coming here and then step hard to the ball. Tommy, you're into the pack and back hard to the ball. Set this thing low enough now. Don't set it even with the ball. Ball will be here. You set low so we got room to break. All right, Robert, you're on the peel out and wide. Now, we've always got the high toss to Malone if we have to have it. Malone is, as always, he's setting the pick for Murph and coming back. Now you got Tommy.
Let's go now to Paul Westhead on the Laker bench.
You got to play Reed's drive, Mike. Don't be sucking on a little bump there. That falls for that Minnesota. Really tough. All right, now let's look to do the following. Let's get the ball first. Look for the run. Get the ball first. Look for the run. If it's not there, we'll call timeout. Now push it down the court, and then you can decide.
Shut it down right here, y'all.
Well, 54 seconds left. Tonight on CBS, we're going to have 60 minutes, followed by Archie Bunker's Place, and One Day at a Time. But right now, we have a very, very precarious situation here. 85 all. The world champion Lakers are even with less than a minute to go. Billy Paulson inbounds it.
Now, the Lakers have got to play good defense, but they can't foul.
Into Tom Henderson. There are 14 fouls on the Lakers. Calvin Murphy. Cooper on him. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 5, 4, 3. Murphy. He tried to pass it to Malone. The shot clock has expired. The shot clock expired. And so now
24 seconds. Went away without the ball hitting the rim.
It looked like Murphy was trying to make a pass out of that more than he was a shot.
Well, that was about halfway between.
Now the Lakers with 38 seconds. Both teams with 2 timeouts left, and now the Lakers have 1 left as they've asked for a timeout.
Now, what the Lakers would like to do, I would think, is if they could get inside the 24 seconds or close to it and they shoot and make a point.
All right,
then
all right. Now we just have to
the
play
best
the
that Houston come out with
Good hard
is a
D.
tie.
They got the ball. They'll probably bring it up here.
So that they want to try to get
Same
so that
thing
they
now
can
on
end up with the last
defense.
shot on a tie.
Let's listen to the Laker area now. Pat Riley, Paul Westhead, and Jack Curran standing there.
So
Look at home, Cap. Let's go.
Paul taking his time now, getting his thoughts collected.
Okay. Let's nail it down there.
Let's go, Norm.
EJ. Silk's going to kick into you.
Take it down.
All right, by now, okay. But push it up fast because we want to shoot before 30 seconds.
Yeah.
A good shot, a good shot. 2 of the last 3 now. Silk's going to kick into you. We're going to run 42 for Norman, but you're looking like you're going to look weak side first and then swing. So it'll be Kareem and Norman. Silk, come on in, pass, and come on in and stack up with Coop over here. So as soon as Magic gets the ball, Norman's going off, and you're working this side. If it's not there, you're going to get Norman over in the corner.
See, the reason they want to shoot before 30 seconds, so that if they miss, Houston doesn't have to be able to hold the ball, take the last shot, and go for the win. They want to go for 30 seconds, so if they do, even if they do make it, Houston can only go for the tie. But they want to make sure they get the ball back again, so they get 2 possessions to 1.
85 all. 38 seconds left. There are the vital statistics. And Magic will bring it up. Moses Malone is outside trying to pick him up. And Magic is fouled. Robert Reed committing a personal foul.
Right, just when Westhead said at 30 seconds, took the shot. Now he's got to make 2 free throws.
Magic at the line with 30 seconds left. And Reed has fouled out of this ball game. Mike Dunleavy will come in to replace him. Reed played very well. He had 16 points and really hit the boards well. There he is. Reed out of St. Mary's in his 4th year in the NBA. Magic missed it. Oh, that is a big.
Now he's got to make these 2. Yep, and he has not been shooting that well today.
Magic with 2 more. Well, we're going to have an odd point now.
Maybe. He's got to make this one to get an odd point.
They're 21 of 34 from the line. Now the odd point, a 1-point lead. Houston with 30 seconds left calls a timeout, and they are going for the win now. Magic Johnson with that penalty hitting 1 of 3. Let's look at the emotion of this last free throw. It's been that kind of afternoon for him. He has had a tough time shooting the ball after coming off that amazing 18-rebound night Friday. And now, if you're Del Harris, if there's any emotion left or any voice left for that matter over there, what are you going to talk about? Let's listen.
Dunleavy set the back pick for Murph and cut hard to the ball, Mike. Don't stop. Meet it. All right, Murph, we're going to send you down here. Malone is going to be right here. We'll send you down and out off Malone. Use Hyde here till we get the ball over. Malone will pinch you and step to the ball. All right, my other man is Henderson. Henderson, I want you to go right in here like you're going to set the screen and then cut real hard to the ball. All right, now, we get the ball. As soon as you throw it in, Wop, whether you have to throw it here or here, you cut hard down in here to fill here, right? Okay, you're on the boards heavy. We're going to try to turn the ball over here, duck in, pinch and pop Mo. We got Mo and Murph on the triangle. Wait, don't force it. If it's not there, bring her right back to Paul. If Henderson gets the ball, what do you want me to do? Then he dribble it.
The one thing the Lakers cannot afford at this time is that if Houston misses the shot, they have got to come up with the ball. They cannot give them 2 shots now.
30 seconds left. Somebody's season's going to come to a close. There's the score. The Rockets. Already the Midwest Division has 1 victory in a mini-series. Kansas City over Portland. Houston trying to do likewise. 1 timeout left for Houston. Fultz just hands it off to Dunleavy. Nixon on him. You see the time in the upper right-hand portion. This is for the mini-series. This trip down the floor. Dunleavy. Dunleavy up to Murphy. Dunleavy shot. Mike Dunleavy hits it. The Lakers call a timeout with 15 left. And now the same situation stares the Lakers in the face. They've got to go for a game-winning shot.
They've got to go for a game-winning shot. They got to get inside so at least get a free throw. That was too good a shot to let Houston have at that point. It's almost a free throw for an outstanding shooter.
Well, Nixon was clear inside on that play, wasn't it? As Dunleavy loaded up and hit it from outside. Dunleavy in this game with 10 points. You know, Moses Malone has not scored in this 4th quarter. Still has 21 points. They've been shooting from outside. And now Paul Westhead, let's go in and see what strategy he's going to map. I don't know if after a game like this, you can never sit down and recover for days afterwards. I'm talking not about the broadcasters, but these guys.
Let's take it back here.
Just think the team that
Coming down
wins
with the same,
won't have to play again
setup.
until
Silk,
Tuesday.
You take it out. Hidden Magic. You want to
The other
run
one doesn't play till next year.
44. E, you're looking inside to Kareem. All right? Or you're going.
44.
Yeah, we want to go. Yeah, go as soon as it's there. As soon as it's there. All right, now here we go. So on this play, Normie might have to be up here to help out just in case. But as soon as Magic gets it, he's going. Silk and you are crossing. Coop, you're in here, and Cap, you're in here. Set the screen now for Silk, Cap, and then step up, and EJ deal it. Just go in and score it. Go in and score it. Come on. Rebound, Mike.
Look at Mike Dunleavy after hitting that basket that gave the Rockets a lead. He and Robert Reed a high five. Now, we are going to maybe find out if we're going to have some new world champions this year because of the Lakers. Don't do it here. We obviously will have new champions this time around. 15 seconds left. 87-86. Jamal Wilkes into Magic. Here we go. Magic short. Moses Malone with the rebound. Magic way short on that shot. And down, getting up slowly, Tom Henderson. There's Magic. Let's look at this one again.
Well, he tried to take it right down the middle. Air ball, and there's Malone right there.
Well, Magic has had a very frustrating afternoon. Now, if you're Los Angeles, Bill, what are you going to do?
They're going to take it back here.
As soon as they're touching the ball in bounds, foul it.
This is our last timeout. We have no more timeouts.
If they have any timeouts left. That's if they have any timeouts left.
There's Magic. Magic for this game shot 2 of 14 from the field. That last one, I think he'd like to have it back.
Yes.
Young man who was the most valuable player in the playoffs last year.
All right, they handing the ball. Now,
I'll tell you one guy you don't want to foul right now is Calvin Murphy.
Yeah, you don't want to foul Calvin Murphy.
Dunes, you set the back.
Cap, play the man out of bounds, wherever.
Murphy is 6 of 6 in this game.
Play him
with 14
shut
points.
Off the baseline pass.
Boy,
So
there's
he has to pass out this
look
way.
that
Follow me on that. Okay.
I guess everyone watching this game can
Be
appreciate
ready to step up and
what
get the steal.
a series this
Be
has
ready
been.
to step up and get the steal.
And again, Bill, it just
Anytime
shows
you're
me
gonna
how
force the
tough
ball,
it is to
You're
repeat.
not going to let him go back. You're going to
Yes,
make him step
it's
up
getting
and get
tougher every year. Looks like.
Intercept and take it.
I'll tell you one thing.
You got 3 seconds. You can take
You know,
it.
you might call it upset, but in the 2 or 3 games, Houston has actually outplayed these guys because of one thing.
Up there.
In this game today in particular, they have not let the Lakers get the running with any consistency. And so they have kept the tempo under control as far as they're concerned. This is why both teams have done a good job. That's why it's so close.
All right, Calvin Garrett is in. To Moses Malone, he's fouled instantly.
32.
Magic Johnson committing the foul, so Moses.
Now, if they have a timeout left, what they're going to do is hope that he misses one.
Defense.
If he makes both of them, then they got to go for a 3-point play. If he makes,
are you surprised they inbounds the ball to Malone rather than try to get it to a guy like Murphy or Level or somebody else?
No, I'm not surprised. But Malone is not that bad a free throw shooter for a big guy. So, but you would think that they would try to get it to Murphy if at all possible.
Magic committing the foul, his 4th.
If they make
Malone is 3 of 3, by the way, from the line.
And if he makes it, they'll have to go for the 3-point play if he makes this.
Now look, Willoughby's going to get in there. He wants a rebounder in. Willoughby will come in. Paul Westhead may be seeing the writing on the wall. 88-86. He makes this one. Their last-ditch effort is a 3-pointer. Los Angeles, with 3 seconds, uses their last timeout. And now the prescription, as far as the Lakers are concerned, a 3-point play. And this is not a good 3-point play team. This year, the Lakers have shot only 18% on 3-point plays, hitting 17 and 94. So that's not a position they'd like to be in.
Now, Houston's got to play pretty good defense
Now,
And even if they
everybody else
foul,
just
they'll be all right.
soft man-to-man. Don't foul. They've only got 3 seconds. They have to have a three-point shot. So
He just
make
said
it
don't
tough
foul.
for 'em.
Well, even if they foul them, they all can get 2 free throws.
89-86. Again, they've hit only 18% of three-pointers. Kareem will try to get as much distance on this as he can without starting the clock. Jamal Wilkes, three-pointer. And we are going to have new world champions this year in the NBA. The Houston Rockets have won it 89-86. They will be meeting San Antonio. That means that Bill, Rick Barry, and myself will be in Phoenix Tuesday to bring you the Phoenix-Kansas City game. That's the end of the game with the final score. Houston, 89. Los Angeles, 86. Well, Bill Russell, as you look at this game, you see again a team like Houston, the intensity that they played with in this particular instance, and shows you so often how a team that's below 500 is a lot better sometimes, maybe in your record indicates.
Yes, that's what the coach of Houston said, that they were a better team than the 40-42 record. What they did today, the best in the 3 series. The first game, they really controlled the tempo, but today was a real struggle, but they did control the tempo in the second half, and that's why the game stayed close and they were able to win it.
Well, the Miller High Life Most Valuable Player Award. I got to reconstruct this game. Who are we going to vote for? There's so many players that played well. Moses Malone, he had a total of 23 points. I thought Robert Reed played outstandingly well. He had 16 points. Big guy, who are you going to vote for?
Well, when in doubt, you vote for the big guys.
And Moses Malone played 3 outstanding games. So he's our Miller High Life Most Valuable Player, Moses Malone. The Miller $1,000 donation will be made to the Special Olympics on behalf of Moses Malone. 89-86. Del Harris and the Houston Rockets have won this mini-series. They now will start the best-of-7 series against San Antonio on Tuesday night. The Rockets and the Kansas City Kings from the Midwest Division rolling through their mini-series and moving into the semifinals. The final, 89-86. The NBA on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.
At 2:26 last Monday afternoon, the world was stunned once again. What kind of people are we, they asked. Some answers on 60 Minutes this evening on CBS.
Last year, in his quest to hit 400, George Brett had a lot of strikes against him. The reporters he couldn't brush off, the pitchers who brushed him back, and the opposing manager who wouldn't even pitch to him. In its April baseball preview, Inside Sports not only covers this big story of last season, but gives you a whole new way of looking at the coming one. Inside Sports, we cover a side of baseball nobody else is covering, the inside.
We're doing something about it. We're working at making our energy last.
Sunoco wants to make every drop count for America. That's why we have a special pump for unleaded gas.